Okay, I think every Frostpunk challenge that I've done has been leading up to this. Finally, I'm gonna do endless mode. And the only labor we're allowed is child labor. Some people seem to have this strange idea that I really don't like children, and that's far from the truth. The thing is, I hate useless people, and children are inherently useless. So, let's finally turn those tables. Let's go for it. Now, you might straight away notice that I'm not going into endless mode and picking out the scenario for this one. No, I am so shaken by how difficult this is going to be that I actually rolled a map until I got the conditions that I felt most comfortable with, because I thought it was going to go that poorly. We will, however, be running the Rifts, which is the hardest map there is. We're going to have to build bridges in order to get to infinite resources. Whoa, pause right there now, pause right there. All settings are on extreme, don't you worry about that. But here we are, this is the typical starting thing for endless extreme. Now, this is just normal endless extreme mode here. There's no need to build the generator. I've turned off settlements because I don't want them. They're so exploitable, it's just like an endless punching bag of free resources, so I'm not having any of that. So what I rolled for was specifically this. I wanted the double temperature decrease on day 4, and I wanted the layout of resources the way they are here, because I wanted loads of early game access to wood. We're gonna need a lot of that wood. So let's get the rules out of the way immediately. The only labor that we're allowed is child labor, with a single exception, which is 1 workshop. No more than 1 is allowed to be staffed by 5 engineers. Otherwise, everything else that happens in this city has to be done by children, not by engineers, not by workers. Scouts don't matter, they're their own thing. We will be sending out scouts, and we might even take the opportunity to slaughter some adults with that. So that kind of narrows down our options of what we can do. We now have 50 unemployed worker bums that we can't put to use. And of the 15 engineers we have, only 5 of them can work in a workshop, not even in a medical post. So we've got 15 children that can't even work to start us off. Well, that means that we're straight away going to have to sign child labor as the first law, and the only time I ever do this is when I'm playing the refugee scenario, and I don't do that often. God, you could suicide your run right there by doing child shelters, you'd be scuppered. Okay, so that actually gives us 15 kids who can now work. How are they going to work? I reckon we need lots of wood, so I want them to do that immediately. And I want everybody else assembling this workshop. I will probably want something else. I probably want a gathering post set up, and I want to gather not the coal. We do not need coal for quite some time, I hope. So let's very specifically stay as close to the bridge as possible and establish that there. And there goes all of the wood. I can't even build a road out to the place. That's grim. I could actually deconstruct some of this to get the wood I need to go out there, but those kids should get me enough wood in about an hour, so I'll hold off on that for now. If only there was a way to stop your workers and engineers from building. That would make building not possible until we've signed child labor all jobs, which I suppose would be reasonable, but there's no way to stop people from building. No way at all. Right, is there anything else I need to do? I don't have the resources to do anything even if I wanted to, so that's out of the question. Oh, I'm also assuming everything looks and sounds okay. If it is not, I'm sure you'll let me know. So, the special thing about the Rifts map are bridges. You cannot access any of the unlimited resources without building bridges. There's steel here, there's wood there for a wall drill. Where's the nearest coal mine, though? Coal mine is 2 bridges away in that direction. Or 2 in that direction. Well, we won't have the liberty of thinking about infinite resources for quite a while, because we're going to need a lot of steel. And I think that's going to be a problem. I think that's going to be an immense problem. We toil all day and now the kids have to work too. We just got here, Clint. Alright, with that, the day's work has started, and those kids are off to pluck that wood. Now, it's something that that often gets misconstrued, but all workers work at the same rate. Engineers can pluck wooden crates just as good as kids can, and the kids can do it just as good as regular workers can. There's nothing to worry about there. Right, I need 4 wood to get out to that. There's our 4 wood. There we go. Okay. Oh, only 3. Wow. The savings. Soon as that is built, I want the kids working over there, because they pluck tremendously faster from a gathering post. The downside is we'll be plucking steel as well, but that might also be an upside. I think we're going to need steel. Off the top of my head, we're going to need it for some researching and some more gathering posts. Each one takes 5. Exploration is just exercise, says Flakies. Well, it's going to be an exercise of death for some of our scouts, I feel. It's a good way to kill off some fairly useless people. And as I mentioned before, I don't like useless people. Okay, I've just realized that I can't actually research without that wood, and I want that wood. Normally, I beeline the beacon first. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to get faster gathering. However, without the wood, I can't do it. So I am actually going to rip up our roads just so that we can have enough wood to start researching that. Now those, the deconstruction of those roads don't stop anything for now, but it means if I want to build on this side of the generator, I'll have to rebuild that road. It'll cost me 1 more wood, so I actually lost a wood by doing that in the long run. But I don't think labor for building is going to be a problem for a while, because none of my people, none of my OAPs are working right now, so they got all the time in the world to build. That's why they can trot off over here and start building this immediately. Should save me a bit of time. Children are forever useless. Well, no, I think children are our future here. They're the only future we can afford if they're the only ones who can work. Okay, this is going to be grim. I think this is going to be Utopia levels of grim. If you saw the Utopia run, you know what that's all about. Those little hands. That's why I called this little hands. They're going to have to do all the work around here. First, it's breaking up wooden crates just to get us enough wood to research and build roads and stuff. Then it's going to be plucking steel. I mean, that's the worst job for a kid. How is a kid with his bare little padded hands meant to untwist this twisted wreckage and make it into usable steel? I don't know. I don't think I want to know. In any case, the gathering post is coming along nicely. Those kids are getting us a bit of wood, and the research is continuing on, although I don't think it'll be done today. On the plus side, it's very comfortable in there, so our engineers should survive. On the downside, we have lots of engineers, so I don't mind them dying a bit. Now, I'm also going to want some tents erected immediately. I can't think of any better use for my wood than very quickly putting up the tents. And by the tents, I think I mean 2 tents. A Frostpunk challenge lives at my birthday. I need to get the wine quickly, says Ter Altarion. Well, be careful who's watching you, because it'll be misconstrued as man toasting many deaths online. Right, so those 10 kids, I'm going to tell them, stop plucking that, start plucking this. Now, mixed blessings here. I want lots of wood very quickly, but I know I'm going to need steel down the line, so I'm going to have to share this. The assortment of goods that it collects dictates the ratio at which these things are plucked. They're going to be plucked just as fast, but it's split between them. So 3.7 per hour is actually a little slower than we were getting wood from here, which was 4.5, but add the 1.5 we had here, and now we're getting more wood than we did before, and a bit of steel. Which is good, because I'm going to need that other tent. The sooner they're up, the better. Hopefully none of our civvies bug out with the building bug. It's still seen that going around. Face McSnuggler wants to celebrate the fact that children are our future by coming in and gifting out some subs for, well, whatever goats their boat, but cheers. Whew. Man, toasting many deaths online is your entire career, says DeathJet. No, come on. We don't need personal attacks around here. So, getting that steel, getting that wood, we're almost halfway towards the next law, and we're going to need that next law. And with this, something that I have figured out, and come to think of it, I'm surprised I hadn't figured it out before, is going to come to fruition at about 4 in the morning. In game time, of course. It's going to be very useful for this run, I tell you that much. I tell you that for free. I have 60 people that aren't working, but at least they're building, and that's a bit of a godsend. I'd like to speed up, but I feel like if I just go a few hours with missing something important, it's going to cost me big time. Especially since work's about to end for the day. That's really bad. I would like another gathering post, honestly, even though... No, I would really like another gathering post, because those 5 little hands could be doing a lot more use from a gathering post than from there. The question is, what would I rather have? Wood, coal... Wood and coal? I can't build it anyway, so I have to hope that they get those next bits of wood before nightfall, but they will, I'm quite confident. It's coming in at over 5 per hour. But how I choose to use it is incredibly important. There's also the possibility that I might need it for tech. That's a very real possibility. This law can come in 8 hours, 6 hours for that. And I might not have the wood that I... No, forget it, we will build the gathering post. Not a personal attack, Jake, just an observation from someone who's witnessed many of the countless deaths, says Death Shed himself. Will you go full cartoon villain and build those taverns, brothels, etc. for the adults while peons toil away? We'll see what we do when I have the freedom to do anything in this, because right now I don't have a lot of freedom. Building that gathering post here will allow me to gather that wood and that wood only, which is a good thing to do if I need to just get lots of wood. On the other hand, if I'm short on steel, building you there is going to be big. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Lots of steel and wood to be had there, but this wood itself is tantalizing. Trust me, this is a difficult choice. And I'm using up almost all of my wood to erect this gathering post as well. But I need to squeeze everything I can out of those 5 kids as soon as possible, and them working from one of these will be pretty good as well. So let's slam that down. It does get that wood, not the coal. If it grabbed the coal as well, then it would slow down the wood, and I can't be having that. Now, I have built 2, and only 2 tents, and they're going to say, please, we need more tents, and I go, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I'd rather get small discontent now rather than the hope and discontent from not building them. Because I don't know how my wood situation is going to be in the... What did he give me? 2 days? 3 days? Not happening. Heavens no, it's not happening. Now, I really want the 24-hour shift law as soon as I can, so I'm waiting for that to come. Right now, though, they erect this. I'm going to take those 5 kids off of here and slam them over there once it's built. There we go. There, they'll be much warmer working from there, at least until day 4 when everybody's going to be so cold. It's going to be hilarious how cold they all are. For me, perhaps not so much for them. So, wait, what are they moaning about now? The heating is off. Of course it's off. So, when it comes to who gets to stay in a tent, the answer is people that work get priority for housing. Now, because I just have 5 engineers and all the children working, that means that they can all be snug and warm, well, livably warm, inside the tents, whilst everybody else has to sleep in the warm embrace of the almighty generator. At least it would be if I turned it on. If I don't turn it on, well, what do you think happens to people that sleep in -20 outside exposed to the elements? You may converse with yourselves to figure that one out, but you may not phone a friend. They get a wee bit brisk, says Face McSnuggler. Aye, a wee bit brisk. Just double checking that's all the kids in there. So they are begging me to turn on the generator right now. Please, Captain, we're so cold. But I cannot hear them, for I understand that children are the future, And for the folks like Clarence Beresford and William Fox, there is perhaps no future. Alright, it's law o'clock. Adaption. Emergency shift. Go. Workshop workers. Yeah, 24-hour shift. Kids, picking up all that wood and steel. 24-hour shift. Get your little arses to work. Only 5 children at this gathering post. Only 5. It's a big ask to throw a 24-hour shift on them, because I'll be drowning in discontent, and I'm going to be drowning even more soon. And it's not like I'd get much extra work out of them right now. Regardless, mush. Oh my god, that discontent. I might have made a mistake. Oh well, let's go anyway. Oh dear lord. Oh man, I didn't put the difficulty in the title, did I? Oh, well, can't be distracted by that. Let's be distracted by the fact that 18 of our people died. None of them were children. I lost 4 engineers and 14 crummy workers, but no children. And that's because all the children could be snug and warm in their tents. Although Francis Sedley has gotten sick just from regular coldness, so he's probably going to die. Well, have fun with that. I'm going to update the title so it actually says Endless Extreme, so people don't ask about the difficulty. Okay, problem. People froze to death. Some of our people didn't wake up today. They simply froze to death while sleeping outside in the bitter cold with the generator turned on. We mustn't let this happen. We'll let this happen again. Unfortunately, my hope is dying, because 18 adults died, I passed an unpopular law, and now we have deaths, and I just signed a 24-hour shift law, so I cannot give them a cemetery. Ah, crumbs, cemetery costs wood. Well, that's future Jake's problem, but the future's coming real fast. Okay, so the deaths of the adults are pretty good for me if it happens on day 1 and day 2. Because by day 3 they're going to be really hungry and want to eat our food. I only have 80 raw food. And newsflash, the only people that can hunt for food are adults. So I need to make those 80 raw food chunks last until we have a functional hothouse. And by the time it's functional, we're probably going to be eating the first storm that disables the hothouse. Regardless though, kids, get to... Ah, crap, another death. Death from overwork. I'm afraid we gotta make those sacrifices easy on that discount tent. Ah, can't handle an early ultimatum here. 2 of the wee kiddles are sick now. That's bad. I need these kids for labor. I actually don't want them dropping dead. Not to mention dead kids hurt discontent. No, hit hope really hard. No hope, no respect, and soon no captain. It hasn't even been 24 hours and people want to chuck me out here. There'll be plenty of frozen long pig to supplement your rations. Ah, it could be a problem though. Oh god! A child dies of overwork. Okay. I don't think people are gonna be very happy with me. Okay, bring it on, game. Oh man, I never face ultimatums this early. This is crazy. Okay, the people are furious. Again, it hasn't been 24 hours and they want to turf me out of here. But rejoice, we've got faster gathering speed. We're going to follow that up with the bacon, I think. Yeah, we're going to need it. On the plus side, there's a lot of research that we won't need on this. I won't need or want infirmary checklists or mechanizations, because we won't be having that. I won't need anything relating to hunters. I won't need... factories. Factories will be useless, because I can't staff them with engineers. That means no automatons, by the way. No automatons. Think about that. Anyway, let's get that bacon and keep going. Can kids drink moonshine? The kids can, indeed, drink moonshine. We might make them drink moonshine. I usually say that's a crutch law and I don't like to do it. I'm gonna need every crutch I can get. Oh man. Well, at least the discontent is below 100%. I might even build some houses just to keep them happy, but I can't afford the wood. Okay, at least those kids are working hard, or hardly working. They are bloody kids. And we've had the 2 deaths of overwork that you get. You always... If you have multiple ones going on buildings like this, you'll always get one for an adult. But separate from that, you can get one for a child by ordering children to work 24 hours. It's very tragic for the child, but for me, the show must go on. Maybe it's because I did 2 of them. Possibly. I don't often, or indeed ever, make the children work 24-hour shifts, so that's a news flash to me. Well, we're plucking through all this. At least we're getting something resembling wood, steel, and all that. I shall, to that extent, build up the cookhouse now, just so I have a better idea of my resources. The cookhouse will be vital. I need it staffed and operational by tomorrow. Sadly, I won't be able to do sawdust rations initially, because I need that cemetery. The dead bodies cause discontent, massively so, and even worse, they cause, there's a word for it, but it's not coming to me. Sickness, that's it. Sickness from dead bodies is a real thing, and we don't want it in our city. I actually want fewer people getting sick, not more, because the kids will get sick as well. Sickness is indiscriminate. Speaking of, did it at least kill the sickly child? It did not. Damn, I'm going to be down to only 12 working children real soon. Could you have done the second shift in a pile? I could have, but it's a lot more efficient to be done by a gathering post. Those 5 kids were generating 1.5 wood per hour, but here they generate 3 per hour. So my wood economy is looking very strong already. Which is good, because, you know, things like the cookhouse cost a lot of wood. Can't have any hunter posts, there's no point in medical posts because nobody can staff it. I will want more gathering posts down the line, otherwise we should be good. I'll need some of that wood for that cemetery though. A lot more people are going to die soon, but at least they should kill a bit of discontent. Hopefully I can get that beacon done before the 24-hour shift is up and send 5 of those unemployed bums away so they have to stop eating and stuff. Actually, I wonder if they do eat or not. I've never actually thought about it. Let's keep that thing paused and closed for now. I won't reopen it until the next death wave. Spoiler alert, there will be more death waves. Okay. Willenco says this seems rather tough. You don't say! I got 14 labourers here, and they're all plucking resources. There we go. Because a child died, there's actually a bit of freed up space. So George Peel, lucky bugger that he is, actually gets a place in one of these tents. I wonder how they divvy it up. A tent can hold 10 people. So which is the unlucky tent that has to host 3? Whew, jings malings. Okay. Rough start, and it's still looking really rough with that discontent, but they're not going to turf me out for a day and a half, so we have a bit of time to deal with it. But not a lot of time, so come on folks, get to bloody work. Got it. Oh, of course, one of the engineers died. That could actually pose an enormous problem if I go down to fewer than 5 engineers, because each engineer that dies, or rather, every engineer I am below 5 in total, it chucks 20% away from my research speed. A sizable problem. Well, I have a lot of sizable problems. Let's plow on. Oh, no, God, if I plow on too fast, I'm definitely going to miss something important. Tech. I haven't thought beyond beacon. I will want heaters, for sure, but will I need anything? More scouts would be tremendous. Bunkhouse would be tremendous. Steelworks will be vital, but I can't reach it until I get some actual steel. I think I'm definitely going to want heaters before this kicks in. So I think I'll go heaters, drawing boards, faster scouts, or rather more scouts. Because without the heaters, I'm going to have a lot of sick kids working in these gathering posts. It'll be down to cold at -40. I would at least like it chilly with a bit of heater love. As for laws, cemetery next, then I'm not even sure I can get my beloved sawdust burgers. Australia has to go to bed, says Sick Sock. Good luck. Thanks. But the luck is a foregone conclusion. I need this to still be possible. I'm sure it's possible, right? I've played all these challenges of Frostpunk. Surely child only is possible. Right, these kids still have a while to go in their 24-hour shift, so they will keep working beyond the end of the day, and that'll leave me in a good-looking space when it comes to the economy. In a few hours I can pass the cemetery law. Hopefully that kills the discount tent a bit. If it doesn't, well, I got fresh new hellish problems, don't I? Keep on going, keep on trucking. Jake, if you keep purging the undesirables, will you be able to cap your populace on all children in 5 NGs? Cap the populace on it? Yes, I could. More sick beds are needed. That's a problem. That's a big problem. I can't staff a medical post, so this is impossible. This will not slightly, but massively increase discontent. I'm gonna have to promise the sick will be treated in 3 days. I'm not gonna have anything in 3 days. Well, maybe they'll all die somehow. Oh, whatever. Look, that's a problem for me in 3 days' time, not now. So let's just handle it. What are the cooldowns on these, by the way? A day and a half! I don't have a day and a half! Oh, I've made mistakes. Oh, that's gonna crush me. Oh well, it's gonna crush future Jake. By not doing that, I'm gonna hit both my, Hang on, maybe they could all just die and we'll be okay. We'll see. We will have to see. Okay, keep it going, chaperoos. People are getting hungry. We know they're homeless. People are getting sick. Again, we know all these things. Right, with the beacon researched, I said I'd do heaters. Let's get on it. We have day 3 to research them and day 4 to use them. We only have 50 coal. One heater uses 1 coal per hour. You can work it out. I'm sure you're intelligent people. Let's get the cemetery going. It sucks big time not to do corpse disposal, and it's one of the great imbalances of the game. Corpse disposal nets you a bonus to prevent deaths. Organ transplant speeds up recovery time by 20%. Cemetery deals with deaths. So really, you're getting yourself a disadvantage because you're already faced with problems here. Regardless, the balance doesn't matter for this run because I need cemetery. Without cemetery, hope will die. And I can't come back from hope until I have purpose laws. So we're going to throw down that cemetery. We're going to build it as fast as possible and hope that it's enough to cure the discontent problem. They're not happy because I'm not disposing of corpses. Now it's over 100%. At least after death we'll be allowed to rest properly. Nah, don't get your hopes up, chaps. Do not get your hopes up. Knowing the dead will rest in peace is oddly comforting. How quaint. Oh god, they're coming to me with something else, aren't they? The heating is off. Yeah, of course it's off. I can't feed all these mouths with 80 raw food, so have this problem solve itself. Oh, by the way, since I have a cemetery, cannibalism is off the cards. We can't do cannibalism with a cemetery. You need a snow pile. But I can't have a snow pile. The snow pile itself just kills hope. I'd immediately get an ultimatum for hope once I deal with discontent. And I can't deal with that because I don't have any purpose laws. Let me run the numbers quickly in my head. Yeah, I could actually handle that, but I'm going with cemetery. And there we go, a lot of discontent crushed. Not enough though. They're still unhappy about being hungry, having no shelter, bad healthcare, overtime shifts, requests ignored, and unpopular decisions. But, you know, it's just how it goes. Okay, at least the wood economy is strong. Cemetery is not affected by heat. You can have it wherever you want. The corpse pile is affected by heat and will cause further illnesses if you heat it up. I'm not sure if it causes discontent or anything, because you never heat your corpse pile unless you're playing Winterhome, where it's put next to the generator for... Well, we all know why. It's because Winter Hell does not like people. It wants everyone who plays it to suffer. Okay, soon these 24-hour shifts are going to be over in just an hour or so from now. Then I'm going to switch these 5 kiddos over to making us regular food. And sadly, regular food's going to have to carry us for some time. I need a lot of deaths that aren't kids real soon. We have hungry kids. Oh, but only 2 of them are sick so far. Death wave isn't over, granted, but I'm going to pull those children into the cookhouse, tell them that when the day does start, they need to start making those suppers, and they're still living in the tents, which is fan-dabby-doozy-dozy, because, oh my. Imagine if the kids were out in this cold. Whew. Jake, if you get discontent high enough, you'll get an event which warms you up a lot. That's a comforting thought, but you only get that specific event if you have already gone for full extreme laws. I don't intend on doing that no matter how grim hope gets. Because as long as you have like a single church, you can come back from the brink. I guess unless deaths are spiraling, then that's a different story. Oh, I've suddenly remembered what I need all that wood for. Churches cost 30 wood each and you need 2 of them. Shrines cost 10 wood and 10 steel each. You need 3 of them. I don't think we're going to get them. Okay. The intimidating music is almost spelling my end here, but as long as the people die before I do... Why are they not dying? Guys, you need to die. There we go. 12 casualties. And because we erected the cemetery... I think the cemetery reduces the... Oh, I thought cemetery reduces the hope loss from deaths, but it's ceremonial funerals. You better believe we can't have those yet. Anyway, a lot of people died. Good. With that, I'd love to warm the place up, but I can only do that if I need to manage my discontent a bit. How are the kids doing? 1, 2 sick. Good. Got unlucky with a couple getting sick to begin with. Well, it's probably not lucky, it's probably just the numbers, but hey-ho. Right, lots of dead people. Excellent news. Let's cook up these rations before... Oh, Jesus, people, trust me, please. Okay. Soon no captain. They're all so cruel. Don't they understand I'm working as hard as I can? For their sake, not just my own. Whew. Oh, I just realized my music isn't randomized. I'm not ready for Into the Storm just yet. Right. No overtime shifts, so work doesn't start until 8 in the morning. I only have I've got less than a day to make people happy. They're not gonna be happy at all. Okay, keep it going, chumps, keep it going. In a bit I can actually pass another law, but it's not gonna help discount tent here. I could deal with discontent a bit if I were kind enough to erect a bunch of shelters. And I might do that. We still have 24 people with idle hands right now. Right, 4 of my engineers are burying the dead. I think there's no time for that. Get to work. The people that are bumming about right now, they can deal with that. I can't deal with that discontent right now. I need to shelter more people, or else they're never going to be happy with me. There we go. They will eat, though, right? We're getting those food rations ready for them. That might quell discontent a wee bit. But I'm going to give them some homes, even though I don't want them to have homes. You can't do explorers in this run? Oh, we can have scouts. Scouts are not laborers. Whew. That discontent is a bit rubbish, though, and it's at 108%. 108. I wonder if I killed myself by doing that gathering post 24-hour shift. No, I can't think like that. I must press on forward, even if it costs me all this wood and time. They'll be happier when they have a place to stay. That'll quell quite a bit of the discontent. Bad healthcare and hunger, they can be dealt with. Well, the healthcare can't, but, you know. Doing all I can here, even if it isn't much. Right, how much does one of those places quell discontent? Quite a bit, actually. Wood needed, says Face McSmuggler. Snuggler, not smuggler, although the smuggling does tickle me. Right. Do I want to turn on the generator? I don't know. I just don't know. I know that I want to do more 24-hour shifts real soon because we need these resources. Okay, right, well, at least we have this going. Now I need the gathering to resume in earnest. I actually want this one done quite soon because you're useless once this goes, and then I can move you over to the coal or the steel or whatever takes our fancy. I don't want to blow all the coal on turning on the Jenny, but I'm going to because I think it'll reduce discontent enough. Because suddenly people are going to be in lovely warm houses. This could backfire tremendously. It costs 6 coal to turn it on. But I need that discontent dealt with. Is that enough? I don't think people are seeing the fun side of this. No, I actually think I need to put tents down for these people. Oh, trust me, I do not want to do this. It's costing me a lot of wood that I don't really have. No, they don't care because it's already warm enough. Okay, law time then. House of Prayer. House of Prayer goes 1, 2, 3. There, should cover most people. There, get the houses built, because if I don't deal with this discontent, they're going to chuck me out, and I can't handle that right now. I might even keep this thing open so that people can go and get their food, even though I hate doing that. Can't have the hunger, it's causing discontent, healthcare as well, and oh man. Oh yeah, I'm really running out of time for this. Keep an eye on everybody. Oh boy, well at least people dying gets them off my back. New thing. Right, I said I'd do drawing boards, but then I just went and used all my wood now, didn't I? Gonna have to wait just a little bit to get that wood back. There we go, and there we go. That's gonna be a long one. Okay. Wait, those extra houses didn't help because I don't have that many people to house anymore. I only needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses. I built 2 that are surplus. Well, that was a mistake and a half. Down they go. Whilst I try to figure out how to deal with this discount tent. Well, oh, people dying is actually helping out. Good. It's killing hope, but still, good. Come on, more deaths to quell the discontent. Hope we can maybe deal with by now. There we go, building this really boosted up the hope. There we go, enough people died that discontent went away. I lost 4 wood on these, but that's okay. It'll be more okay if I can build a second house of prayer, though. Let's raise that hope by the minuscule amount that we can. Okay, this might be alright. At least those deaths spell less food that they're going to eat. Only 12 kids working. At least they're all not sick. I got some bad news for a lot of these people in their homes. Right, House of Prayer. I'm going to build it and then demolish it. This is just to keep my promise, nothing more. 1 day 23 to see to all these bozos. Shrines have only 18 hours of cooldown, but I have to wait a day and 7. Yeah, I'm gonna break that promise. That's gonna spike discontent and kill hope. Jake, when do you plan on building the beacon? Oh my god, I forgot about the beacon. Oh wow. It costs 35 steel and 20 wood. Oh god, no one can afford that. Okay, I'm actually going to fully dismantle this cookhouse. And you know what, I'm even going to dismantle one of these houses. And some of the ones that just have workers in them, I'm going to close down. As long as the children and the engineers get the places to actually live, it'll be okay. Oh my days, I forgot the beacon. I can't believe that. I don't have the steel for it. No, when I demolish this, I'll get just enough steel. Did I get the wood from dismantling this? Feels like I didn't. I must have, but it feels like I didn't. Whew. Okay, that's one functional house of prayer. Now, it's not that I gained a lot from keeping my promise, but I didn't lose tons of hope and gain tons of discontent from breaking a promise. Breaking promises is very bad, as Disgaea 4 is teaching me. I just picked that up today and started playing through it. I really like the Disgaea games. Well, I like 1 and 5. 2 was a bit... but... Okay, 36 steel is just barely enough to activate Beacon. Get that built. We're going to send out some people. We don't have a lot of people left, but we're going to send them out. Hopefully they're not busy, you know, burying dead people. I bury dead people. We're consciously keeping them homeless. I would really like another 24-hour shift right here. There's still so much wood and steel to gather. I have a feeling steel austerity is going to be the real problem, though. How am I even going to... Yeah, jeez, I can't even visualize where I'm going to place down another gathering post because I have no steel for it. Which means once you're done, I desperately need more steel to place down somewhere. I might even put it over here to get wood and steel, or I might place it here just to really pump up the steel economy. Difficult. Child scouts? No, children can never scout. They can be told to march across the Frostlands unaided, though, in a particularly humorous part of a New Home scenario. But we're not playing New Home, we're playing Endless Extreme Little Hands. What do they say? Little hands can do a lot of good. Well, a bunch of our little hands are now very dead. Oh god, they're burying the dead. That's right, children do that. Okay, well then. A lot of sick, homeless, dying, hungry people. Oh my god, I need 40 wood. I need that wood right now. Demolish your homes, folks. Those scouts are more important than your lives. Demolish them. In a way, I didn't really miss out by building the beacon late. I didn't have the steel. If there's anything I missed out on, it's not getting that steel, but... Okay. They have demolished their homes as I have instructed them to do so. The children and engineers primarily take up the only living quarters in the city. Discontent is manageable. In fact, it calls out to me saying, do a 24-hour shift, Jake. You know you need those resources. So I think the kids are going to work another 24-hour shift. I can think of nothing better for them to do. That'll build character. Not gonna heat it. It's livable. When this comes down, I will heat it. However, off those scouts go. Little Otto Black Bot. Oh, supply depot. Yeah, supply depot. Not to mention, it's the only one that's less than a day to get to. On you go. We need everything, and we need it badly. Okay, another 5 people have died. I'm down to only 8 engineers, 16 workers. But we have those 12 kids. The only children who have died are 2 from sickness and 1 from an overtime shift. Oh, that is good wood economy. And once they're done with that steel in about 15 hours, yeah, then they'll focus entirely on wood and gather it up at a rate of something like 5.3 per hour. Oh, getting hot under the collar just thinking about how strong the wood economy is going to be off the backs of these little kids. Okay, alright, let's have a quick drink, consider the situation. I guess the situation is, although I need that steel, I really need that coal. 35 coal. I blew 15 on nothing because firing up the generator didn't help. 35 coal will not last long. It'll last this thing for heat for 35 hours. I'm not going to heat the workshop. Although we only have 8 of them, engineers are still replaceable. Wait, how many of them are sick? Well, to say they're replaceable... Might be a bit of a ballsy thing to say, but regardless. I think I'll slap another 24-hour shift on them. Although discontent's going to start getting really, really outrageous. Do I need it? Do I really need it? I would really like those extra scouts out, to be honest, so let's have them doing it. If the kids gotta work all night, so do the 5 enslaved engineers. So you might reasonably say, Jake, why are you allowing these engineers? You said it's children only. Well, I would like it to be children only, but it is impossible to survive without... okay, it's impossible to meaningfully survive. I think you can cheese it with scouts for immortality. But without research, you're going to be stuck to just a level 1 generator, no additional heating, and that will kill everybody once the temperature reaches minus 50. You can survive minus 40, but minus 50 is where you cease to function without research. Okay, getting really cold now. These kids will be warm, these ones will not. There are only 2 kids working in this gathering post, and they're not even bloody working. One of them's staying home. Alright, well, I guess it's not their work hours yet, but they're trying to bury the dead. No, the only people that can bury the dead are the jobless bums. Once they get out of job seekers, they head straight to the cemetery to bury their fallen. And I think if you look closely, you can see some dead bodies scattered around. There's one, I think. I don't know, photo mode would let me get closer. It's hard for me to tell from here. This guy's going to be moaning about all the overtime shifts. I could let him rest, which would be good, actually, because I have spare engineers. Alright, off you trot. There we go. I didn't think about that now, did I? I'm too used to yelling get back to work, but thankfully, engineers, even though we only have a surplus of 2 of them, are... there we go. Good, 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 good. Once these 2 engineers die, though, not good, not good. I can't research at the rate that I need to. Okay, well, let's just deal with the situation at hand. I need gathering done here. I could have you go to get that, but then I get no coal. How big a deal is coal? I'm gonna say not a deal at all and build that there. That's ballsy. But I'm going to assume that would be alright with no coal. Any chance of finding more engineers and children in the wastes, Jake? That's what I'm hoping for. Even though it would come with more adults that I have to feed and kill off at the expense of hope, it's still better. Oh god, no, when this thing fails, discontent's gonna... Oh, no. Not used to so many early ultimatums. Give me a break, game. Right, it's going to be ages for you to be done with that wood. I can have back-to-back 24-hour shifts, like some of these kids will never be sleeping. But I need that steel. Once I have that steel done, you'll be a dedicated wood harvesting place. But it's really tempting just to finish this off so I can demolish you and... Well, is that necessary? I think I'm getting too wound up on the idea that I need to finish these, but if it's finished I can demolish this and get back 12 wood and 4 steel, and that 4 steel matters a whole lot more than it has any right to. Maybe you shouldn't even be working there, maybe you should be getting that steel, because I'm so short on steel. No, that's not the right way to look at it. I'm about to have... Once I have my drawing boards, I'm going to research more scouts. That's 20 or 30 wood, and creating them is 40 wood. So yes, I do need my wood, and I need that wood now. As soon as they're done with that steel, they'll gather tons of wood, and I should have enough to do everything tonight. This might seem superfluous, but I'm going to be glad it's there when the steel austerity hits real hard. How many infirmaries are going to be built, Jake? 0. Children cannot man infirmaries, ergo, we will not waste our time building them. That's why we have no medical posts as well. Okay, it's a shame we're burying the dead. I'd like to dig them up and eat them. We have been reduced to 81 rations. It's half of the initial stock. Fortunately, we're down to about 2/5 of our starting population. Alright, I want to unpause because I don't like how it's going. Got no coal, barely any wood, no steel. Those steam cores are useless and no food. What was the last law decision? We passed the houses of prayer. Next up are shrines. Fortunately, shrines have a very low cooldown, only 18 hours. And that's going to be very important very soon. What's glorious is that we don't have any ill children right now. What won't be so glorious is when the children start getting ill. People are dying, that's fine, because it's a worker and a worker. Workers dying is music to my ears. They should all be dead, frankly. Well, actually, maybe not that many. I do need a bit more scouts. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4 healthy workers, actually. Maybe the workers should have a place to sleep tonight? Oh. Mild frostbite. Oh, yeah. Well, it should be a worker again, right? This will keep happening if people have to work in such cold. I see. Well... I'm not gonna get my second batch of scouts. Oh, wow. I didn't think of that. Oh well, it'll be a magical journey for all of us, really. I am a bit tempted to actually stop our people from dying tonight. Oh well, no, down they go. At least it's killing the discontent, right? Let's look at the positive sides to this massacre. Biggest massacre since Cape Town right here, down to 33. This looks like quite a nugget run, says Death Shed. I'm not quite sure what a nugget run entails, but I assume it involves lots of deaths, because that's what we're seeing right here. Oh, an engineer died. Our buffer of engineers has been reduced to 2, or 1, because I told one guy he could have a day off. Oh, considering the well-being of your workers, you okay, boss? I need to send some of them into the thankless white unknown. The trouble is, they're all sick and dying already. I'm not sure I can even get them working before this becomes a problem. Look, I don't even have the people for them. Let's not be a monster. Go. Have a home. Every time I do that, I'm losing out on wood, but sometimes it's got to be done. 2 people died. It was a worker and another worker, but they were the gravely ill. Gravely ills are on death's door, right? At least mildly ill can usually hang on for a day. A day and a half, even. I still don't think I'm going to turn on a generator tonight, but I might. I might. I really might. I think I will. But the generator costs 6 coal per hour. And I have 25 coal. I can't afford that. Okay, well, I can afford more scouts. 20 there. Gonna blow another 40 on creating them. And they'll be done in 14 hours. Fortunately, they're going to work all the way through the night and into the day, so I might just be able to have my scouts, especially if these people don't die through the night. The lengths I go to for my people, it's unreal. Kids are working through the night, focusing entirely on wood, which is lovely. I'm not going to waste that 24-hour shift, but I will need steel soon. Once they're done with the scouts, I need to think what I want to research after that. And honestly, not a lot calling out to me here. At all. Not coal thumping, we have coal to gather for a while. Could get steel works, but that won't be useful until I can erect a bridge. Sawmills. I will need sawmills. And they're faster at gathering wood than gathering is. Jake, when you need House of Prayers insulation, we have that. It's called the heaters. Nonetheless, they can operate in -40. They have as much insulation as a workshop, and they will work on chili, so go for that. Okay, who's the horribly sick person? Benedict Jackman! Can't help but feel we were looking at you before. Going to a sermon. I think it'll be your last sermon you ever hear. I don't have enough discontent. I should be firing off 24-hour shifts left, right, and center, but I don't know what my steel needs are for now. But I know I need this. Well, I'm glad those kids can enjoy that heater. Can't imagine the efficiency of a heater in such an open gathering situation, but hey-ho. The rebirth of faith, I'm glad to hear that. People need something to cling on to as their little hands freeze. Alright, at least that wood's coming in. Wood shouldn't be much of a concern for a while. Get those scouts going in 10 hours. All I need are for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these guys to survive for 10 hours. And then I send them off. That heating's not going on tonight. Horrifically sick person died, no big deal. Hey, I just joined. How come there are only 30 people, said Sandovan? Well, it's a bit of a pragmatic place here. If you work, you get to live. Or rather, if you work, you get to live in a tent and then live. All of those people that don't work, namely the engineers and workers, are dropping like flies because they're just sleeping out in the open in -40. But we've killed off enough of them that there are actually enough free places in the tent for all the non-workers to get into. Coal is becoming a real problem here. I don't have any coal left. I only have 18 hours worth of coal for this gathering post, and that's not even going to get us to the temperature thaw. All the while, those kids are amazingly not getting sick, but I'm sure they will. At least they're working. Real champs. Okay, that supply depot might shave off some of our problems. With a capital might. Alright. Wood and food. That's what I'm after. That is a good amount of wood. That is a passable amount of food. And perhaps better yet, there's a buried hamlet out there. So, a day and an hour to get there. And probably half a day to get back. Oh yeah, I named the place Little Frosting. It was actually a default name, and I thought that's just too perfect. We gotta go with it. Now, that means an influx of people. People are going to be hungry, but look, that's their problem. I guess it is going to be my problem, isn't it? 6 hours to those new scouts. However, we can have shrines. Shrines are good. Shrines are also extremely expensive. So we're going to set one down. Jesus H. Crivens. I can't get both of you. Or rather, I can't get both. No, I can get both of you and the... I can get both of them and the workshop, but this thing doesn't have a lot of juice left in it. I think I want it here. I'm not going to build all three. There's no way in God's name I can afford all three. They cost 10 steel each. Steel's already burned. I'm going to have to shift from... Oh, food for overtime work. They do deserve it. Hope will rise. That should stop people dying on overtime shifts, and the extra hope boost is very welcome when people keep dying on me. Jake, don't forget about the cookhouse. I'm not forgetting about the cookhouse, but I'm not affording the wood for it right now. We have 81 rations. Those are going to have to last us. Oh man, I used to think you're always immune to having full cartloads of sick and hungry people on the before the first storm. Now that has been disproven. I worry greatly about these people that we're bringing in, but we'll bring them back and just hope for the best. If they're all going to die, they're all going to die. Now, I need that steel really badly. I'm going to fling all of you over there, and I'm going to do it probably right now. They're not going to be happy. Nobody's going to be happy with me. I'm not going to build the shrines, I'm not going to take care of the ill, but I need that steel, so get your ass to work, kiddos. I think they're still walking back from their last 24-hour shift, only to be told they're not getting any sleep. They gotta work in this gathering post now and gather up all that steel, because the captain demands it, and as they well know, nobody questions the captain. Also, nobody gets any spare engineers. I hope to God that... Oh, no, one of them's sick. The spare one is not sick, but he is building for us. Oh, I'm going to be out of people that can build for me soon. That's hilarious to me. Nobody to build. That's a unique problem. I only have 7 spare people right now. 2 engineers and 5 workers. At least they erected this shrine for me, which means these kids now pluck that steel at breakneck speeds. Of course their necks break, it's too cold. It's frozen solid. Now, we almost have those extra scouts, and that's going to get rid of all of my spare workers. I hope to God they're all still alive. They are. Great. Whew. Oh boy. Don't tell me research has stopped. Get your asses back in the workshop and figure out how to make another sled. Is this challenge because of the most deaths you've had in a Frostpunk run? No, the no food challenge. That killed everybody. Also, the no medical care one, that killed everybody. Frostpunk USA was a hell of a run. But this... yeah, at least with those ones I could put everybody to work and not care about the consequences, because I know they're all going to die anyway. Here, though, I got nothing. There's going to be 0 coal very soon, which means I need to set up something resembling a coal economy here. But I don't have the little hands to do it. Economy might be calling it rich, you know. I will set up a way for them to pluck coal out of the freezing grounds with their bare, bloody, tiny little hands. If it's got at least one finger that's not frostbitten off of it, it's still a functional hand. Now get to work, Martha Peel, and peel that twisted wreckage apart. Oh jeez, I hope you're not a worker. You are a worker. Okay, right. I need this right now, or else we got a problem. Just so you know, Jake, you might get only workers and engineers in your first post. Yeah, that would be a significant problem. Child labor means I can't use automatons, because you need engineers to create them. So that's impossible. Okay, I know one of you is horribly sick, but please get out there. Wrecked vehicle has more steel, and I am feeling the steel austerity already, so get out there. Not to mention, we need steel to erect bridges, and the first bridge I will erect will be onto this barren area because it's got iron ore. We need that for a steel mill. God, we need that for a steel mill. Okay, what now? What in God's name do we get now? He doesn't know. No, he doesn't know. No. Nothing. No. No need for it yet. No. God, no. No. Oh. Christ, I forgot. We need food production. Hothouse is the only way that we can produce food on this map. We can't hunt because the hunters aren't, the workers are not allowed to work. So I will need hothouse. But 76 rations. What about wood? No, there's still 116 wood right there. Okay, get that hothouse. We'll need it. I can set up the hothouse here. Cookhouse. Cookhouse can work in -40. It's okay. It's got with a heater. I'll just put it over here, or maybe here. You're going to be in charge of keeping all of this functional for me. Could always eat those useless adults. Sadly not. They've been buried in the cemetery. You can't unbury them, sadly. Okay, I need those expedition people to get out of here right now. Because if they die en route, I think that removes the expedition. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they're immune to death if they're going on expedition. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've had somebody die like that. Well, I hope to God not, because those scouts will never be recalled. They're sick, they're hungry, and they can't work here anyway. It's funny that the generator tells me how many hours of coal I have left, despite not being on. It makes sense, but it's still funny to me. Alright. You know what, I really would quite like this to be finished, just so that we can dismantle it as well. But you guys are all nice and warm. I don't want to pull you away from there. That makes having the heater on be less efficient for me. Oh no! Oh no, 3 of our 12 working children are sick. If you need me to spell out to you why that's a big problem, we're in a deeper pit than I thought. Those scouts will never come home and see their family again. I'm not sure they want to see their family anymore. Statistically speaking, I've broken every family there is here. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Clarence, get out of here. This person is on the brink of death, but a specialist in the infirmary may still be able to do something. Go, my immortal scout. Almost completely out of coal here. Okay. Okay. Who's the other gravely sick individual? John. Engineer. Yeah, engineers continue to be a problem if they keep getting sick. Oh, I think they're gone. Excellent. Whew! Alright, the expedition crew is safe. They'll never die. He'll just be in a permanent state of purgatory from how sick he is. Lack of wood is still a problem. Lack of wood is a big problem. I think I had... when we hit 50 steel, which we just did, I'm actually going to peel all the children away from there. I'm going to throw them over here and get the wood going, because I think that's enough steel for a little while. Carrying resources and going home? No, no, I would really like it if you went to work. Oh god, going home? What if you don't have a home? Will you go to work then? No. Going to play? You're also not allowed to do that. Get to work! Oh man. Oh man, oh man. I need them to go there right now and pluck that wood. This is killing my wood economy. No engines for the medical post? Nope. Medical posts are not allowed because they can't be staffed by children. Okay, good, they are getting here. It's a little inefficient here compared to working there, but this will be done eventually anyway. I'm going to switch them back there at the evening time. I just don't feel comfortable with only 25 wood. Somebody died. That hilariously removes my discontent because that's one fewer hungry, sick individual. Oh, no, 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 don't actually demolish the cemetery. We need that. We need that badly. I only have one free person for building, demolishing, and other such things. That buried hamlet better be overflowing with kids. It better be like some kind of kindergarten or orphanage. Alright, workday's over. That means you kids gotta go back and pluck more steel for me tonight. Oh yeah, healthcare promise broken, the sick feel cheated and dispirited, hope falls, discontent, ah ha ha, no, oh no. Keep that hope alive. Oh no. People are extremely discontent with your rule. A revolt could break out against you any minute. What will we do? Hold on. Right, you can get the ultimate ultimatum, which is you need to help both hope and discontent, I think. I hope I'm not imagining that, but I am imagining that. Right, okay. We got it. We got this. But we don't have coal. And I don't have anybody that can build right now. I'm so pleased to finally catch a live stream Frostpunk, says Jalmrin. Or as we call it in Iceland, Vortimi I Reykjavik. Springtime in Reykjavik. I used to make the joke of this being July in Inverness. The heating is off, but there's nobody homeless, so nobody will die tonight, which is fine, because the only person that I would benefit from having dead right now is an engineer, but I kind of need my engineers alive now. I have no surplus of them. However, I finally have access to the House of Healing. Well, I say access, I don't think I can build one right now. No, because it costs 35 wood. I don't have 35 wood. I need those kids dealt with, though. I need to find a bunch of wood somewhere, somehow. But there's nothing I can do to get that wood right now. Nothing I can demolish reasonably. I could do that shrine. I can't order a 24-hour shift because discontent is through the roof. It's night time, so no one can work. The only thing I could reasonably tear down is a tent, but then people would die. Got nothing. I'm afraid I have got a fat lot of nothing. But they're only regular sick, right? They're not horribly sick just yet. Where's the coal going anyway? Well, when we had some, it was going towards heating this gathering post, but now the gathering post is, well, it's got nothing left to burn. Maybe burn some of that steel, do it by RimWorld rules. It would be ironical if the kids will expel you, says Alertor, the last adult alive. Well, look, I'm the one with the generator control. Nobody's going to expel me. I've got it hidden and I'll never tell them where. Okay. It's no exaggeration to say that we're facing problems here. What the hell am I gonna do? Well, once those kids are done with that steel, I am marching them off to gather wood, because my steel economy is actually perked up a lot, but my wood economy is still insubstantial. I need a hothouse, and I need a house of healing. Both of those are going to cost a lot of wood. Not to mention I need to deal with that discontent. Why are people so unhappy, by the way? Oh yeah, the emergency shifts, cold at home, hungry, yeah, problems basically. If I had some coal, I could solve the cold at home problem by turning on the Jenny, but we happen to have no coal. Don't know if you've noticed that. You did kill most of them, Jake. I'd be unhappy too. Yeah. Oh, I just had an idea. We can deal with the discontent. Aha! Excellent. It'll solve the hope as well. And that problem solver is 35 minutes away. Just as well, because I'm about to break more promises. Well, I won't break the House of Healing promise, actually. I will erect that as soon as I have the wood for it. I believe there was somebody in the YouTube comments who really did not like my use of the word erect. Too bad. Okay, pray for the biggest pile of children you've ever seen. 10 is not a lot. But I need to get them back to the city ASAP. Oh god, it takes 21 days! Move faster! That's what I get for sending out only sickos as my scouts. Okay. I mean, I've never seen a pile of 10 children, says Fan of Gaming. Perhaps. 11 engineers. Well, at least I get an engineer buffer back, because my buffer is struggling. Oh, it's struggling badly. I have to make a decision between healing the children and letting the engineers die or not, because if I pull them out for healing, that kills my economy for a while. I can't afford to kill my economy for a while, but I can't afford gravely ill and more deaths either. What the hell do I do? I don't even have the people to build this. And this would be useful, because then I could finish off that wood and get that coal. Now, you might think, Jake, you should have moved your gathering post here to begin with, but then it would have gathered all this wood at half the speed. I would have about 50 fewer coal than I have, wood than I have right now, so I would be minus 20 wood. If I ever said coal there, I meant wood. So I would be in a big deficit for wood. Which means I'd have 20 less wood invested in the map than I do right now, which I don't even know where it would come from. I can't tear down the House of Prayer, it's the only thing keeping hope alive. Barely. God, that must be some religion if it keeps you working despite the captain killing off 42 of your fellows. Jake, why don't you choose this map for the challenge? Wouldn't the map with the other city to trade with be a tad bit doable? I don't particularly want doable. I want an incredible challenge here. That means, you know, I haven't really thought about it much yet, but I'm going to need to build bridges. Bridges cost, oh, let's see, 150 steel and 200 wood each, and I need to build about a dozen of them. But most importantly, I need one built right here to access this steel. It's going to be rough, but at least if I have that steel, we can keep going somehow. Yeah, and the settlements are turned off because I could just slap them periodically for resources, and that's not difficult or fun. And I'm certainly not going to fulfill all their needs. It's just a dumping ground for your own resources, and that's grim. Oh, speaking of grim, you're done with your shift there? Then your new shift in the wood mines awaits you. Very, very tempted to slam a 24-hour shift down, but it's only going to get me 2 hours worth of wood. I'll pass on it for now. Ah, Christ almighty! Oh, no! Oh, God, no. Can't have them turning gravely sick. Need 5 wood. And I don't have anyone to build. I'm gonna have to pull my engineers to build. So much for that engineering degree. Uh-oh, one of them did get gravely ill. Lila Peel, that's a child. The child must survive. Get me that 5 wood. Well, 4 wood's all I need right now. Hopefully they're not burying the dead. They are burying a lot of dead. Wood, now. I'm here to save a life. Peel, where are you? Lila Peel, you're not going to work here. You're going to work here. That way you're closer to the House of Healing when I build it. It's all the same work to me because it's all wood in the end, so it doesn't make much of a difference. Actually, no, it's okay. They'll be fine as they are. Any more gravely... Oh my god, they're all getting gravely ill. Right. All the sickos, dismissed from there, working here instead. Doesn't have to last long, I just need a bit more wood. Oh dear god, no. There, right. Health, House of Healing. Bang. You, erect, now. Might be able to save some children's lives. I can't afford a loss of 3 children. But I'm about to lose a lot of wood. Oh no. This is so bad. Where's Peel? You were the first one to get horribly sick. Good, you're close. What a horrible fate. You know you're dying, but you still gotta dig that out. Looking good so far, says Alertor. And I know what you're seeing. Must be something very different to what I'm looking at. Okay, we only just got the gravely sick. We might be able to save a life here. You know, we've killed 42 without blinking an eye here. But this is where I draw the line. These children are our future. They're all we have. Come on, build it, you bloody bastards. Build it. Okay, this is done. Right, those kiddos... You know what, whilst you're nearby, just go and pluck that. At least you'll still be close to this. Maybe I'll get a little bit of coal while we're at it. Okay, great, this is operational. Now. Hate to say it, but I gotta pull all children right now. We're not gonna have an economy for a wee bit here. Hope rises. These kids will work. Again, the reason I'm going House of Healing is because it's the only healing place that can employ children. It's also really good overall. Not as good as an infirmary, but much better than than a medical post. It has the same amount of insulation as an infirmary, which is very good. And what else is it good for? It won't get shut down by steam core seizing, or have its efficiency reduced by 90%. So yeah, I'm a firm believer of House of Healing. But now, I have a lot of things to heal in this house. Peel, where are you? Go, 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 go. As long as Peel gets there, we can be reasonably confident that all the other kids will be in there and saved. Now, can do with any engineers that are still able to work. Burials. No, not burials. Get to work. It's not good, but it's all we have. Just keep going. It works almost 100%, but the horrifically sick take a day to treat. A full day in a fully functional House of Healing. A bit longer, I think, actually. If it was actually a day, it would say 24, 23 hours. Some of them are still going to treatment. Ellis! No! Oh, that's the event death. Please be an engineer. We need this to be an engineer. Another Ellis takes it for the team. Sweet. And it was a sick engineer on top of that. Brilliant death. Brilliant. Oh dear God. Ellis and Peel, 2 days. They were really messed up. But they will survive. Whew. Man alive, this is grim. Some of the workers themselves are in treatment. Doctor, heal thyself. Okay. We're hanging on by a thread. But we're still hanging on. Influx of new survivors in 8 hours. That's bad, because they're going to arrive in the middle of the night where they can't be used unless I feel like throwing down a 24-hour shift. On a related note, I think I'm going to throw down a 24-hour shift. Okay, oh my God, that was grim to the highest degree. But we caught the kids just in time to save their lives. Even at this point, healing those engineers is a good call. But there's no coal. The only thing that looks good is our steel. The food is going down, and I swear to God, if all these people are hungry and sick, that's just game, set, and match. I can't handle that. Well, maybe. You're bringing back 63 wood and 22 raw food. That wood could be put straight to use. Those workers could be put straight to use, although I will try and kill off as many as I can. Let me think. 15, I'm going to need another house for all this. Because I'll end up with 22 kids, 32 if you count the scouts, and then another 5, so 40. 40 people need looked after. Coal and steel, oh man, 86 coal. It's the most coal I've seen in my life. However, we're going to have to keep going. Frozen Hulk is steel, but I don't have any numbers to back this up, but whenever you see nothing, there's usually something beyond it, like something good. Survivors or steam cores. So I will believe in the nothing for now. How many children can you get with your scouts in the foreseeable future, says Imbis Bronco. At the pinnacle of this run, I could imagine having maybe 100 to 130 kids. Cold homes! No! No! Oh jeez, and I'm gonna break my shrine promise as well. It's not looking good. Okay, well, let's keep on keeping it. What the hell? Don't bury the dead. Prevent there being more dead, you stupid freaking kids. Of course, they're on shift work, so I can't juggle them about. I know the heating is off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. When these guys arrive, they're going to, shoot. Protesting, building, sermoning. If this isn't built, we're gonna have a lot of dead people when they come in. But only the engineers can build, and they're busy being treated. Well, 3 of them are being treated. Don't go to a sermon, go and build! Don't bury the dead either. Where are those engineers now? Going to a... right, so let's just not have them do anything other than go and build. There we go, going to build. And then when I end this and end this... Ah, right, I placated our people somehow. Oh shoot, are they going back to that sermon? They must really want to go to that sermon. And then they're going to be burying the dead again? No, they're going to build, thank goodness. I don't want to get rid of this because it causes discontent spike from dead bodies and risk of illness as well. Jake, send the scouts away from the city for a few hours. Once they've collected survivors, they make a beeline for the city, and there's no way to tell them to go elsewhere. You can't just cart survivors around all over the place. Okay, 7 hours is Not good. Not good at all. The workers dying's not a problem, but some kids are almost certainly going to die. Dang. Oh well. I knew the risks. Jeez, only 72% efficiency on healing our sick is bad efficiency. And they're not all sick, they're not all hungry. What a relief. Oh my days, that's huge. There's a lot of reasons that's huge. How will we deal with this? I'm thinking 24-hour shift gathering wood, but what else am I thinking? No, I'm really thinking 24-hour shift gathering wood. No. Heal the sick. Get those sick kids away. Get the not sick kids working there. And then the unemployable kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those kids. They can work here. Do I want emergency shift on it? Discontent's a huge problem, but the wood economy... We've got to think of the wood economy. Get to work, you little grot bags. As for you, you did very well in finding that, but there's bound to be more. Go and head up the snow-covered supplies, please. Previously, I've noted that there are 3 dots of survivors and 3 dots of steam cores before the first and second storms, which means there's going to be survivors out here. The good money's on here because it's beyond the nothing point. And there should be another out there. That's just based on runs I've done and my gut feel of it. I'm going to have to make do with that. Right, again, some kids might die. 2 kids dying actually isn't too bad because it evens the number of kids out quite nicely to a nice around 20. But that also reduces my economical output by 10%. Even if I have to spend 2 days rescuing a child's life, it's worth it so I can go and tell them to pluck steel with their bare bloody hands for another 24-hour shift. It just makes economic sense. Right, there are other things that need to be built. Not least of all, a cookhouse and... Well, the cookhouse does not need to be within the generator's range. In fact, it might even be better if it's not. But I'd still like it to benefit from that shrine. No, I might just have to make do without. But I don't have sawdust rations yet. Well, that'll be the next thing I get, won't it? Ah, we still don't have bleeding hothouse. That can be fixed, though, right? Now I have non-sick engineers, so I can turf all of them out, shove in only people that are... building, burial, build... No. No, you don't. I need that research done, so 24-hour shift. There we go. 24-hour shift overwrites almost everything they do, and they get their little arses to work. Good, good. That engineer influx is more useful than I had actually considered. Which suddenly means these patients aren't too big of a deal, but I still want them dealt with, because these are important. Well, the children are important, and there's 5 of them, so let's keep them going strong. Still, though, I can't help but feel I'd rather have more economic output. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these 3 sickos, dismiss them. They're over here. They're not working anyway because they're busy receiving treatment. And then I'm going to take some of these workers, probably the ones that are burying the dead, because I know that's a waste of your time. Dismiss them, shove them over here. And then, once I tell them, no, I said we could have a cemetery, not actually use the cemetery, they'll get their arse to work. That might seem incredibly asinine for me to do, but I have to squeeze every little thing I can out of these kids' stubby little hands, or else we are not going to make it. Is Carthage Chaos gone forever, says some guy with weird numbers in his name. It died for our sins. And then CK3 rather, rose from the grave. Sad, I know, but it's what happened. Okay, this thing's going away, and I want the people that are around to erect us something else. I want coal. We have very little access to coal, which is troubling. We've got some over there, got some here and here. I can't actually get both of these with the same gathering post, so I might just slam you down there and make do with that. Because there's going to come a time, you know, like when it's -50, when I desperately need that coal. It's going to have to do us. I might slam down another one over here just so that we have everything, but then again, drafting machines, which I will want for faster scout sleds and God knows what else, is going to be important. Okay, I need to actually start thinking about the storm. The storm is only 7 days and 4 hours away. This House of Healing must function in -70, which means it's going to go down 4 levels. To livable, to chilly, cold, very cold, freezing. I need to raise that up by 3 levels. This is 1 level. This is another level. I need 1 more, and that'll either be insulation or improved heaters. Probably improved heaters. Either way, it needs drafting machines. So I must get drafting machines, which is a massive cost in wood. But good thing I sent all those bloody kids to go and work through the night for me. Well, they're pounding their way through those wooden crates at least. Okay, these people are going to build, but they're not going to get there in time. They only just came in, so we're about to have an influx of death. Yeah, I mean, I could temporarily turn on the generator to try and save some lives, but it's not actually all that bad if I lose a lot of workers. Okay, hothouse get. I love drafting machines. Might even need drafting machines, but I think I'm going to erect a sawmill, or rather, unlock the sawmill. It will definitely be needed at some point. So let's just get it now. The wood output from sawmills is better than gathering posts. Not by a lot, though. Compared to this, it's only going to go up by a small amount. Okay, 8 people froze to death. None of them were children. Hallelujah. The kids live on. The adults die for their little sins. Okay, oh my days, that was wonderful. And just to be sure, only child labor. Actually, I have 2 kids that aren't working, but they're both horrifically sick right now. So we'll let them be. Alright, important decisions have to be made in 3 hours. Sawdust soup, very tempting. Make that food go the extra mile. Radical sustain life into overcrowding. Oh, so good. Child labor, all jobs, then they can actually work on these sawmills. And I don't really need anything else here other than perhaps evening prayers, so let's get a move on, get a groove on. It's grim. God, I'm so tired. Every day's the same grind. We've got to keep going, points out Richard. Oh Christ, let's have this functional again, please. I don't want to go to sermons just yet, but come on. These kiddos are working to the bone. A couple of these kids are in treatment. They do shifts, 5 and 5. But in the interest of actually getting my kids healthy again, I think I'm going to kick out a bunch of these and put them over here just to... Oh man! Some of these kids are still 2 days away from treatment. How can that be? Lila Peel is still dying. Okay. Keep it moving. It's about to get outrageously cold. Okay, I can see nothing better than to get sawdust soup at this point. I need that food of mine to go the extra mile. And it's a job that kids can do, so all the better. I'll just slam it down there. I need that stuff cooked up before before the big temperature drop here. I might even get it done today so I don't need the heater on here. Save myself a handful of coal. It is indeed time to get to work. I'm going to kick 3 of you out, and I'm going to replace you. There we go, now you're at 120%. And when they're better, they can come here. That's a gathering post up. I can get coal. I mean, I can't right now because I'm busy seeing to all the sick, but it's for me to do. First time catching is streaming Frostpunk. I love this game, says Cargal89. I too love this game. It's probably why I can't stop playing it, even if I try. Right, I have 12 people that can actually go out and build stuff. I will... I guess if they're eager to go out and build that, I'm not going to stop them. Not just 12, no, I've got 7 engineers who are alright for that as well. Okay. I need those kids. I need those kids fixed up. Like, I really need them fixed up. By the same token, I want to have these kids working, not working. I have an idea. The House of Healing will probably only work to full efficiency through the night. Through the day, I need these kids plucking resources. And with these extra gathering posts erected, they can now go and get coal and steel without me having to worry about it. Shrines. You know what? Let's not break our promise there. I have the technology. I'm actually going to erect a shrine here so it can deal with all of you. And I might even erect one here. How long do I have? 15 hours. Should be time enough. Then these things will actually work more efficiently for a bit. And I might not even tear them all down. I mean, I'm still tempted to, especially this one, but it's 20% efficiency. I think I'll keep them until the resources are plucked, and then they're getting the heck out of here. Okay, these guys. Workers. Going to eat. Going home. Yeah, no, you don't do these things. You do not do those things. You go here, and you work, and you make me sawdust rations. Some of them are going to eat, which is okay, because they're going to need to eat anyway. Anyway, and they're almost there too. Downside is this thing's going to work at lower capacity through the night, or even through now, because it balances out. But we can make them work at full capacity through the night, so really it's not a huge hit to its efficiency, and the shrine is there for it anyway. How's the adult-only vacation going? Well, a lot of them died. We had to get an influx of new blood just to keep our city afloat. Alright, whew. Come on, kids. We need that food. And I want it done today so I don't have to rely on heaters to keep this thing afloat. There we go. Now it's all working really well. And I'll demolish that. It's kind of good having these adults work for me the way they do. Which is they build stuff without me really having to worry much at all. There's the last of the food. 82 rations will not last long at all. Good thing we have access to hothouse. Please build it now as well. I will need the kids working there. That's probably a 24-hour shift magnet, so let's call canny on those for now. I don't have a lot of ways to handle discontent at all. What do I want? Coal or what? The thing about gathering coal is it kind of immediately disappears. But, oh my god, that's the last of the wood. That's not even enough to get drafting machines. Shoot. He's thinking real hard. What does it mean? It means he's going to tear down one of these shrines to start the drafting machines work. Oh, wait, no, we'll get wood back from this gathering post when it's demolished. That will save us. I can't demolish you just yet, but I need you operational really soon. Okay, well, the sawmills should solve our wood problems when we get those operational. But to work them, I need child labor all jobs. So, it's the next law. Goodbye, one of our steam cores. Explosive says, hello, how does research work with kid only? So the one concession is that I can have one workshop full of 5 engineers, because that's without that it's impossible. Otherwise, all the labor is done by children. The healing's done by children, the plucking's done. Soon those sawmills will be done with kids, and one of them's going to get ground up by the machine. Oh well. Maybe this is the one that could be torn down. No, I don't need to tear them down just yet. Not as long as this gets torn down in time. All right, we got the hope boost from that. Oh, but I need that wood real fast. It's gotta go. Forget the hothouse. We don't need that right now. Get to demolishing other things so I can get the research done. Sawmill is almost done. Not to mention I need to build a sawmill. Whoa! Now I have kids that ain't working. That is not allowed. How do they get so much better? Could have them work there. It's tempting, but. Ah, jeez, so many jobs for kids to do. A little bit of coal. No, coal is not of vital importance right now. Let's keep the steel economy moving. Burying the dead? I don't think so. Get to work. 2.5 an hour is not a lot for a few hours, but it's a bit more steel onto the pile. Engineers are simply made up by two kids stacked on top of each other. It's like that Oglaf comic. Right, come on, come on, come on. I need to get going on the next research, so demolish this gathering post ASAP, please. At least those kids are happy enough working their 24-hour shifts. Come on, dismantling's the fastest thing. There we go, got it all. Now, drafting machines. Goodbye, wood. Gonna miss that wood, but we can erect ourselves a sawmill right about now, Funksaw brother. Oh, sweet. I can put it here. I can get almost all of the wood, and I'll be in range of the shrine. That is splendid. Need to build a road there, but that's future Jake's problem. And these kids are going to pluck all that wood. Oh, this is starting to come together in a tiny, tiny way. There we go. Let's get to full efficiency through the night. Save those children's lives. Leela Peel, I can't believe you're still alive, but you are. The no roof over our heads? I will provide some shelter. Just hold on. Okay, these homeless are all workers. How do I know that? Because my kids are working. It's pretty hard to count them here, honestly, but... Oh, right, no, two of my kids are not working. How can this be? Right, well, one thing, that's going away. Where do I want those kids working then? I actually want them working there. Can we get a road out here within 6 wood? One more than necessary. Okay, don't worry, I'll sort things out shortly. Nothing in the barren hollow. Large crater, is that people? I forget if large crater is people or not. I always forget that, but there's one that is and one that isn't. Okay, at least I've mostly kept my promises for now. Come on, get that built. There we go, and that is a magnet for 10 kids working in emergency. Shoot, they need coal to operate that. This thing doesn't work unless it's warm enough. Doesn't matter, they're getting to work anyway. At burial, in treatment, praying. You may not do these things. You must go to work. Except some of those kids were in treatment, right? All those kids. Shoot, I need this thing working maximum tonight. Those two kids that are supposedly at a burial. I'm sure they're just faking it. Come on, we've all done it, but you need to get to work now, and there's to be no burial for you. 2 of them are praying. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that either. Get to work. What do you mean you're still praying? Do they pray at shrines or something? They do! Wow. This game continues to teach me new things about itself. How cute. Let's have a knee-slapping prayer whilst we're at it. Replace these with the sick. That still leaves me with 2 that need something to do. And they will be assigned to this for now. They won't like it, but at least it keeps them having a job. Now, let's turn all of these off and all these back on again. So all the children should be in 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Something ain't right. Some of those kids didn't get a bed to sleep in. Oh, right, one of them is in treatment, so he's probably not getting to bed. Well, too bad, heating's off. If it kills a kid, it won't be the first kid I kill. Can the children be employed as faith keepers? No. A lot of those crutch laws are not going to be saving us today. Come on, you're full of useless workers. Don't make me build that home for you. You're not allowed that. No one's allowed in here. Alright, so the industry is mostly set up. We will have decent wood income thanks to the sawmill. We have access to limited amounts of steel, but we have enough in the bank to last us a while. And we have hundreds, thousands of coal to pluck away at. Not to mention actual food income from 120% efficiency hothouse. Things are solved for now, but they will swiftly get unsolved. I'd love to slam another 24-hour shift down, but I don't have the kids for it. Even if you did have coal, you don't really need the generator at this level of cold. Well, it's about to get minus 40, then minus 50. That's going to make it cold, then very cold. I will probably want the generator on at minus 50, because that's going to make my regular kids get horribly sick. But the thing is, I can't keep this thing operational all the time. I just can't afford it. Wow, Peel will live. I can't believe it. Well, actually, that's assuming they don't die from the frosting tonight. This could kill a child or two. Two of our children, well, the ones in treatment, I believe, do not have a home. How very sad for them. Could I save their life somehow? I wasn't aware that it didn't check for these. Okay, how about this then? Right, consider that. I'm trying to manipulate it so that children are within the tents right now. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There we go. Right. Because those two kids were in treatment, they weren't getting, well, treated right when it comes to priorities for the housing. No, don't bury the dead. Prevent there being more dead. Hopefully they keep their places, though. Yeah, looks like it. Great. The children are safe. I lost one of you. You must have gotten sick through the night. Makes sense, though. Okay, we did sawdust rations. It's a killer, but I'm going to have to do child labor all jobs. Oh man, brace yourself for discontent and hope. Is there anything better I could do? Survey says hell no. Get to work, kids. Ow. Oh man. I regret that such a harsh decision was deemed necessary, says Jacob Harper. It's terrible. Do we really have no other choice? People died, but not the kids, so we're okay. Fewer mouths to feed is always better mouths to feed. Can you build the generator with just children? Yes, you can. I think it would be an easier run, honestly. You have more things to start out with. More of everything to start out with. Lots of you are getting way too sick. These kids are in treatment. Jeez, I barely have anybody to throw over here with so many sick kids. 3 sick kids. These kids are sick. They should be well enough to work come morning time at least. I just hate that efficiency loss. It's a lot of efficiency to lose. I'm really gonna have to pull some of you away from here and move them over. There we go, always prioritizes taking the healthy first. Alright, good. It still says the generator shutting down. I know it's shut down, game. I haven't turned it on, except for one time to blow 15 coal by mistake. And it was a mistake, I should not have done that, but I did. Okay, enough people died that my shelter promise was fulfilled without me actually building any new shelters. Lucky me. Now, how do we go about this? What do we need mostly? Wood is the answer to that question, but by the gods I need coal. I need everything. Bloody hell, I've had enough of this. We need a new leader, says Mr. Peel. Right, I am curing these kids, and then the rest of these kids are going to be... oh god, they're all going to treatment. Oh, maybe I'm not curing these kids after all. Jeez, oh. Could we just knock this down to very few? Oh no, no, I need some people that are actually alive enough to work this place. Maybe 4 that are alive enough, that should do. So many in treatment. Oh, it's painful stuff. Right, that food will last us for a while. Now I need other resources. I'm going to switch that out as soon as we are into daytime working hours, and I'm going to have some kids working on the sawmill. That sawmill will be shut down when I get the bad event, and a child will probably be ground to death. But listen, sometimes you just got to deal with that. And this is one of those sometimes. Jeez, even those kids I thought I was getting healed up are not healed up enough. They're on treatment themselves. Dang it all. I just don't have the manpower for this. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Whether I have the manpower or not, we're going to have to plow forward. And that means at 8 o'clock, I'm going to do a bit of triage of my people here. All the workers who are, busy doing pretty much anything other than working are going to be dismissed. They're going to be filled up, and I want those patients healed as swiftly as possible, and then I'm going to cut back on all the resources that you get. As for the rest of us, wood. Get it now. Ah, shoot. There's no... even they need coal. I don't want them working in cold conditions. You're all too sick to work there. Okay, well, I guess no heater for you. Busy burying the dead and going to treatment. I did not allow any of these things. Get to work, kids. Will dialogues and events even appear if you only have children? We will have non-children, because it's hard to kill off all of them. And I do need 5 engineers still, so let's keep it going. This song's pretty great, but it's also quite loud. Let's turn you down just a little bit. Okay, I now have more sick than I can handle. It's actually very cold for a bunch of the people that don't have homes right now. Hopefully all the children do. Yeah, it looks, by my count they do. Good. Dun 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 dun. Okay, in 6 hours it's gonna be 15. It's grim. It's really bloody grim getting everybody actually working here. Again, I'm gonna dismiss a bunch of them. I need the labor right now. A lot of microing my kids just so that I can get stuff. But look at that up to... oh, wow. This gathers wood faster than I thought. No, I'm not allowed to admit... oh, right, of course it has the influence of the shrine. I was going to say, I'm not allowed to admit that sawmills are any good. It's kind of my thing, is poo-pooing the sawmill. How are we looking for these kiddos? It's still going to be a while, but I needed the extra labor for now. They could be repaired through the night. Mild frostbite, gravely ill, good as long as you don't kick the kids out. Remember, the children are our future. Neither of these are kids, great, then they can die, no biggie. Goodness. They're all so sick they can't work. Scouts, I need a new influx of kids. Drafting machine get. Okay, that might be something that gets us a bit further. Scout sleds would be lovely, absolutely lovely. However, if I had healthcare insulation, which trust me is not a cheap tech, I wouldn't need coal to keep this thing functional. Then again, it barely costs much coal. That's like 48 coal to keep us going through that time. And it's 2 techs worth. I will, however, need it, I think. Let's see, it needs 3 more. 1, 2, and another one. Okay. Let's forego the healthcare insulation for now and focus on something else. Improved heaters is very tempting. But for now, I want those scouts working to the bone. Everyone else is, so why do they get a free pass? No, we gotta keep going. Mush. Hothouse insulation, good, but not worth it at this point. There are other things that I need more. Like coal. Kingdom for some bloody coal. Right, snow-covered supplies is just wood, and then rock formation is nothing. But after that, there might be more people. Let's hope that there are. And that we can reach them in time. That storm is here in 5.5 days. How are those kids doing? They're almost better, so they should start working soon. Groovy. Oh yeah, we're getting tiny amounts of coal. Oh, that's because some of them are working over there, right. Don't work there if you could work here. This one is under the influence of a shrine. That makes it better. He says as he goes home. Probably lost out efficiency on that then. Okay, regrettably, the day is pretty much done. Well, at least I got 30-something of that wood. Right. Indeed, go and rest all you can. Let's make sure we heal as efficiently as we can tonight. And then just keep everything else going as best we can. Split it between these two. And that's your lot, really. I will order a 24-hour shift on this as soon as I can. It will cost food, but that's less of a problem now. It's a little tempting to re-erect my cookhouse. Oh, shoot, I gotta get cooking done tomorrow. Wait, this is my cookhouse. I don't need to re-erect it. Just need to undestroy it. Large crater survivors. Come on, crater full of babies. Ah, it's only 8 of them. Sawmill is wood. Screw it, kids, you're hoofing it. I want that wood. I need that wood. So I've just ordered those 8 kids and their slaves to make a how many days trek? A 3.5 day trek towards the city in -40. I'm sure they'll see the funny side, I do. Okay, most of the children are being seen to very nicely. If we manage to not get many sick people tonight, that'll be a blessing too. Better chance of adults dying than children on the way back? Correct. It's all proportional. Alright, Grim Night. Can't do your emergency shift just yet. Oh, but I will. You better believe I will. Hope there's nothing I'm missing tonight, like things I need to build and whatnot. If we get any more kids, I might need another tent for them. But I'd rather have it here. Once this gathering post has finished its job, I can put a tent down there. Well, they're not going to be here for a while, so let's try and finish off this gathering post. But I need the wood more. Ah, jeez. Just need bloody everything, don't I? We can save the steel later. It's not a big problem right now. Okay, hopefully everybody that is without a roof over their heads, not a child. These children are fine, these children are fine, these children are fine. So, yeah, we're okay on that front. It'll just be engineers and workers dying tonight, and that, again, fewer mouths to feed. Dong, 3 people died, and it was worker, worker, worker. Music to my ears. If only a few more of them had died as well. But they didn't. They hang on like nail houses. Wish it would show me what kind of people these are. Oh my god, Leela Peel is at it again. Ah, jeez. Healing these kids ain't easy. Too many people getting outrageously sick right now. Oh well, plow forward. Maybe I should make my way towards overcrowding soon. Yeah, sustain life and then overcrowding. Sustain life is only an 18-hour cooldown. People still wishing they had a proper captain. Well, wish away. You don't get to choose. It's almost entirely children here. Almost entirely not children here, that's the problem. At least Peel got in there. Said I would do a 24-hour shift on this and I completely forgot. Might not be worth doing at this point. I should be able to get most of the text that I need. It's the law that you enact that changes the cooldown time? Yeah, different laws have different cooldown times. So, Fighting Arena has a day and a half. Extended Shift only has 18 hours. Huge difference. 50% difference right there. So naturally, I like it when there's not a huge cooldown. Okay, on this day, coal is very important. I need the House of Healing functional tomorrow. That's going to cost coal. I think I'm going to wait for this thing to have the event that shuts it down, if indeed it happens today, and then we go for coal. If that is a problem, I'm actually going to do a 24-hour shift on plucking coal through the night. We also, to add to our madhouse of problems, need to have the cookhouse functional. I'm going to pull some of you and make you work here. There you go. The kids will go to eat and then help out making it. It will consume coal, but it won't consume a lot. It'll consume like 1/7 of the coal we generate. We're counting coal down to the individual chunks on this run. We do not have leeway. Leeway is not something afforded to us. But I need the heater on so the House of Healing can operate tomorrow. Otherwise, I won't be able to heal the sick, and I do need to keep the sick. At least let them think they're going to get healed at some point. Okay. We're generating that coal. I need not too much of it, but just enough to keep this functional for a wee while. I want that steel dealt with just so I can get rid of this gathering post as well. But I like that sawmill. That generation of wood is good. It's better than good. It's not half bad. If I stop them from working here, they're going to go and eat, so I can't close anything down right now. Give it time, though. We will. Okay. Sustain life. Bang. At least hope goes up. Discontent also goes up. Of course it does. I want this tonight. I'm going to have to bang a 24-hour shift on research. Even though I don't want to. I really don't want to. We don't have a lot of sway with discontent right now. Jesus, it's taking forever. At least we got this done, so I shall close that down. 125 rations will last us quite a while. And you folks will have this done before the end of the day, so I can disassemble you. Yeah, there's no chance of getting that done in time. What a disgrace. If I'd done extended shifts, I could have gotten it, but I want overcrowding so I can heal more people with the same little hands. Still getting a little bit of coal, that's good. A little bit is necessary right now. Nowhere has their heaters on, right? Good, good, good. Gotta say, Jake, from how grim things were an hour ago, things are looking like paradise now. I need to see the first storm goes, but good work regardless. Yeah, that first storm is good. There are gonna be amputees, and one thing that we cannot do in this run is deal with amputees, because I can't have a functional factory, and you need one to produce prosthetics. Okay, good job with that. Now I can squeeze a few more minutes out of you, and I will do so in the sawmill. Going home, going to treatment, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're not really allowed to do many of those things. Go and generate wood for me, please. Wood, coal, steel, steam cores, all look good. The food does not look good, but it looks passable. Those 117 rations have to last us 3 days, because I can't make this thing work in -50, even with a heater. I'd need the generator on as well, and you better believe I'm not turning that on. Sure, I'll provide shelter for 3 people. Ah, those 3 people will probably die through the night, so it's okay. Well, maybe do it now. It's not like people are doing anything better at the moment. And I will need that house eventually. I'll build it and turn it off so that we can still have these people die through the night. Otherwise, since you guys are done with your work, I'm going to pool 3 of you and make you work here so this thing can work at maximum capacity and get those patients seen to. And in 13 hours we'll get overcrowding. Whew, it must look bish bash bosh to some people, but trust me, this is grim. Oh, that's a lot less grim. Circle of Stones is a bit of everything. We'll be able to get them and get back before the Frost Antinople hits us big time. More kids, just what we need. It might seem awful getting kids when they come with these baggage known as engineers and workers, but proportionally they are going to do more good than bad, because we need those kids. I need an economy. Alright, that's built, and it's full of nothing but children. I should find one full of not children and turn it off so that those people die through the night. Children, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 12, and that makes 22. Brilliant. As long as the kids have a roof over their head, we're all good. The rest can drop dead. In fact, the sooner they drop dead, the sooner they don't eat my rations. Don't want anything built through the night before they drop dead, though. One hothouse will suffice. A backup sawmill might sound tempting, especially since I know this one's going to be shut down eventually. Coal, coal. I will need that steel. Oh, if I put you there, you're affected by the shrine. It's actually, dare I say it, worth building a shrine just to get that plucked faster. Because there's a lot of wood and steel to be had, and I don't want you doing it slowly. And in the end, I only lose 2 steel and 2 wood. It's worth it to save the time in my eyes. And I can have people work on building through the night, and they'll drop dead as they build. Pretty good deal for me. Keep going. Child Priest just streams Lord of the Flies to me. No, there's no conch here. We're not by the sea. Actually, are we? Can we see the boat? No, I don't think we got the shipwreck here. Well, doesn't matter. Let's keep on going. 10 homeless, but it only shows 2. Oh, I guess my scouts are counting as the homeless right now. It's a shame, but oh well. Any death, good death, to paraphrase a German guy I once knew. Till he ran away with my money. Now he's dead. Oh, Christ, I didn't tell you to do your 24-hour shift. I'm going to forgo that and use that discontent by 24-hour shifting something else. Probably this, honestly. Even though we need the coal, I'm gonna do this. Going to treatment and in treatment? Don't tell me all my kids are sick. Oh my god, how many kids do I have that are sick? God, they're almost all kids. Well, that's the opposite of good. Oh well. Hop to it, kiddos. You can have a heater, that's how generous I'm feeling. Dang, the idea that I have kids working on 24-hour shift at only... oh god, 6 of them are absent. Well, maybe some will get better. Where's the death wave? Did I not get a death wave? Ah, jeez, I guess I had so few people out there that didn't want to kill them off. Right, it's getting so cold now that I really think I want the generator on. Which kind of makes me regret putting the 24-hour shift on you, and it could be on elsewhere. Sawmill, wood, 74 wood, that's a bit of a godsend. Go to supply depot, and then catch up with those survivors. Should be okay. I can't afford to keep the generator on for more than 10 hours. Would save me a bit on you, though, and a lot on the people that get sick. Oh, man, I regret pumping this 24-hour shift on. However, I can switch it out and be okay. The thing about 24-hour shift is... oh, shoot, you don't operate. Right, yeah, that needs to be on. Goodbye, Cole. The thing about a 24-hour shift is you're not wasting it during regular working time, so I will, at 8 o'clock, snap these guys back, tell them to pluck coal, and then turn the generator on. Hell, I'll turn the generator on now. I'm confident we can make this work. And overcrowding. Oh man, I would not survive without this. Now all those sick people can get thrown in there. Praying. Don't you dare. God, where's he praying? Oh, I think I got him. Good. Right, it's work time, so I'm going to pull you away from there, shove you over here. Everybody that can, please do work there. Keep it barely livable for them. I don't need to heat the workshop. If engineers get sick, I still have 7 of them floating about around. They can be replaced. And with this all heated up, the tents are only cold, not very cold. Very cold is very bad. If people aren't dying through the night, I might as well house them in this tent. Scout sleds are faster, that's excellent. You'll get back here much quicker. Pick up the survivors and then back you go. Getting me those 8 extra little hands to help out. Improved heaters, they cost twice as much, but they will be needed for the big freeze, which is right there. Improved heaters alone should get me through the big frost, but I will also want coal thumping eventually. but I don't want it now. Sawmill upgrade is tempting to get wood faster. I gotta think about what's useful to me now. That double heat will make the hothouse work out better. It also costs more to keep my heaters operational. It's unnecessary for... Oh Christ, you shouldn't even be on right now if the generator's on. Yeah, improved heaters. Necessary for the big freeze, so we'll get it now. Oh, Jake picked food additives. Plenty of healthy fiber for the children. Absolutely, they're going to grow up big and strong. Well, maybe their bowels will be strong by the end of it. Right, I have 2 kids that ain't working. They're in treatment, but there's no telling when they'll not be in treatment, so I think I shall... I don't know, shove them over there. Then I might actually notice when they start working. It's chilly, I know, but quit your fussing, everybody. Children, children, children! Oh, that is so few kids! But I need them, so let's bring them back to the city. God dang. What was that run where I got out like 22 sick, starving children? Yeah, that's what we need right now. One of the children died on the way back here. Hopefully not too many more do. I need that labor. I mean, if we hadn't gotten that influx at 10 of them earlier, we'd be down still at 12, and, you know, with 10 of them dedicated to healing, that's not a whole lot. God, and they're still mostly seeing to children. That's not good enough. I'm gonna pool some of these workers again. I'll pool 4 of them that are currently staying at home. Tell them to work on the coal. There. You kids don't deserve heating. Okay. I'm a little worried about that food going down the pits before I can make more on the 12th day. Alright. Alright. Child injured at work. Injured there, of all places. Right, you know what? Hope is not a problem right now. It can fall slightly. Oh god, hope will be a problem when the big frost comes. Should be okay. Positive, positive. We can do it. We can be and bloody cue it. Good, good, good. Oh, this is the most coal we've had in forever. This really feels like a utopia run with all this coal shortage. How much have we got? About a day's worth. Okay, the wood situation is still grim, so is the steel situation. We're making... Well, you're not even able to gather wood. You have so little going for you there. You know what? Forget you working there. Work here instead. At least then I might get the event that kills you. Don't pray. Go to work. I know it's very cold, but listen, your little hand's probably going to get chopped off. It's no biggie. Hopefully it doesn't come out as a whatchamacallit, one of those kids with missing limbs. Ah, prosthetics guy. Okay, move him over here because that 24-hour shift is still in effect. It cost me 5 food rations, but oh, it was worth it. You know, I never made you do your 24-hour shift. My discontent is pretty manageable right now. So I think I will work you guys to the bone, get all that research done as fast as we can. Lack of wood, big problem for that. I'm going to need a steel mill at some point though. By the way, to build a bridge costs 150 steel. Where am I going to get that steel? I don't know. I really don't know. There's 110 here, that'll take me up to 155. Other than that, bugger me if I know, because I don't. Any of you guys got steel? 42. Okay. Play our cards right, we might be able to build a bridge before the storm is done. God, this is grim. After improved thingamajiggers, I'll get steelworks, then steamy steel. Oh, I can't do steelworks with mechanical calculators. Really? No, it's fine. Drafting machines is all you need for steam steelworks. Steam steelworks after improved heaters. Okay, let's go, go, go. Ah, hell, you know what? Be warm tonight. Look at that. Toasty. Toasty buggers tonight. believe how nice I'm being to these people. Doesn't feel like me, does it? When this timer says 7 hours, yell at me, because it means I need to reconfigure my scouts. And I will forget that. I forget lots of things. Okay, we got those improved heaters. Bit of a downside is that now it's using twice as much coal to heat up these places, but it's also keeping my kids a bit warmer. Now, get that steelworks. Only costs wood. I think the steamy steelworks, I can't remember if it costs wood or steel as well. Wow, we are plowing through the sick. Excellent. Oh, excellent, although we're about to get the sick wave. Which timer? Topmost. It's at 8 hours right now. Discontent goes up because I have these people... Oh, jeez, the 24-hour shift expired on you. I'm not sure I want you there anymore. I need that wood. I am a little short on wood for everything, so get to work in here. Yes, you can have your heaters. By the way, I need coal as well. And the coal guys are not allowed to be heated. This can't last. We have to do something before it's too late. What would you even do? Protective mother. Child won't work. No. Get to work. You got 7 hours, Jake. Now I got 5, you silly billies. There we go. Get over there. Okay. That was to get to these survivors as swiftly as possible. Yeah, I think that worked out even better than 7. 7, I would have been here. I want to be as close to... well, whatever. Looks good to me. And no more children have died. Good. Good, good, good. That's not something you hear me say often. We're going to get an influx of 14 children. That's a huge bump up from 22 to 36. It really is time to earn your bread. Oh my god. You'd actually use all your coal if the heater was on there. You guys are still generating me that. Starting to burn up a bit here in the generator. I'm going to turn you off for now. The overdrive, that is. I'll turn it back on shortly, though. Maybe, whoa, timer's going a bit fast for me there. Don't want to miss out on stuff like, you know, having enough coal to survive. I want the event that kills the sawmill, but it's not happening. Okay, good. We picked them up. All 7 children survived. There's a lot of others that need to die, though. Steelworks get. Steamy Steelworks only costs wood. Sure, I'm glad I'm manning this sawmill like a madman. What's going on in here? How many of these are children? Not many of them at all. 1 child. Then it's not worth dedicating my child force to dealing with it. I'm going to dismiss most of you kids. Make you work over here so we can get more coal, and then I will warm you up because it's coal economy. Believe me. Costs a lot of coal to keep people warm right now, though. Not even sure if my coal economy is... oh god, it's not even afloat. Well, whatever. Let's just pray that these people aren't sick and hungry. If they are, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Eat the sick. Oh, thank god they're only homeless. Right, 7 kids. And they're not sick. That means we're gonna change that. Get your little hands to work, kiddos. Huh, if I turned on the overdrive, I could function the hothouse right now. Function the hothouse? I English good. I'm gonna pull 5 of you. Stick you all over there. Turn on the overdrive, and you'll function. Great. Praying. Doesn't matter who you pray to, you've got to go back to work. Praise the captain. There we go. That should solve our food problems for the storm, hopefully. They don't generate a ton of food, but 3 raw food per hour is actually 9 food rations, so wonderful. Right, you. Frozen Hulk is a day and 8 away. 1 day and 8. I think you can get that and get back again in time, and that should give me the steel that I desperately need for these bridges. You're going to come back as well, but there's nowhere that you can reasonably reach in time. Like if you went there, that's day and 22. Nope, no, no, no. That frozen hulk's the last thing our scouts get before the big F. Where would one suggest a Frostpunk run? I think after this we're done with Frostpunking. I have explored every facet of the game that I can imagine, and if I can beat the game with only children working, then I think we're done here. Although I said that before, I said it multiple times even, but I'm still saying it. Alright, last bunch of people that would really do us in if they were sick when they arrive. Good, everybody's working fine. Ah, thank God. Thank the Lord. Now get to work. Okay, problem. Lot of people that are homeless. They're going to be very angry soon, but as long as the kids have places to stay, we're good. I need places for 36, 46, 50-something people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a bit too few. I will erect 1 additional 10. As long as the kids all have homes. Homed, homed, homed. Homed, screw everybody else. I could actually use the hothouse in -50 thanks to the improved heaters. That's quite nice, actually. Too many heaters operational. This is bad, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Work shift's over. It's not worth 24-hour shifting that. That coal will be gone in a heartbeat. What is worth 24-hour shifting is not the sawmill, because it'll be shut down when a child injures themselves. This, you could make the case for. I need that steel. But it's already had a 24-hour shift. Hothouse is another compelling argument to get lots of food so we don't have to worry about food for a very long time. Another compelling argument is this, so that we don't have to worry about coal forever. And that's the winner. I gotta deal with my problems one at a time, and that's one of them. There we go. Used 5 food rations, but 24-hour shift should take care of all of that. It would do it even better if they were working under the guidance of a shrine. I had one here. I pulled it down because I desperately needed resources, but for only 2 wood and 2 steel, it's worth building, in my opinion, for now. These shrines will get torn down later, but every time I build a shrine it costs 10 wood and 10 steel, but I disassemble it to get 8 wood and 8 steel. So really it only costs 2 and 2 when you think about it that way, and I do think about it that way. Let's turn off the overdrive. We'll keep it going until we're at bursting point and then turn it off. Otherwise, this House of Healing needs 4 more people in it. One of them is praying. You can only pray to the captain. Get to work. Okay, so these kids are working pretty well, but now they're working really well. That should take care of all that. And now, we have overcrowding. We have the cemetery. Funerals would be nice to spare the hope quite a bit. But honestly, evening prayers would give me the ability to deal with hope better. There's also a case to be made for fighting arena to deal with discontent. It only costs wood. And yeah, I'm already sold. Fighting arena. Let's build that fight club. We're gonna have kids slugging it out. Here we go. He's not gonna build that bridge, is he? I don't have the steel, but I soon will. 89 steel there. You're probably going to pick up like 50 or so. That should be good. Lots of people enjoy these violent shows. I'm itching to see a good fight. It'll just be like the old times. Yeah, old times. Oh, snap. I need the generator off tonight. Ah. That's going to cost a lot of coal to keep you going, but off you trot. Why do I need it off tonight? Because I need some of these 71 mouths to feed to die. Fortunately, they didn't arrive hungry, so they shouldn't get hungry for a while, but I still need them dead. Come on. Children can build now as well, which is quite good. When you pass the all labor law for kids, they do it as well. Kids are going to go over here. Clunk. Good. Just make sure all the kids are working so they all have a roof over their head through the night. No extended shift. This is utopia. No, they gotta work 24-hour shifts back to back. There we go, fighting arena built. It barely does anything for discontent, but a little goes a long way, says some wrong people. It's too warm in the House of Healing, but you can't choose between which level of heat the internal heaters go on. But look at that, I got 2 days worth of coal. Amazing. Amazing. And it's going up because these kiddos... one of them's sick. Can't be having sickos here, right? Switch them out for someone that can actually work through the night, please. God, imagine that. You're just tucking into bed in your freezing cold tent that you've earned by working shifts in the dangerous sawmill, only to loudly be alerted that you have won the raffle and are allowed to work 24-hour shift at the gathering post, plucking coal out of the minus 50 ground. What a life these kids lead. Lucky buggers. Oh, it's very cold for a lot of people. Oh, somebody had to be amputated. Hopefully not a child. I see. What? 14? 14 amputees? Okay, sure. Holy moly, I've never seen your first amputee wave be that big. Well, hopefully they do. Hopefully they die soon. That means they can't do other things like build and stuff. Holy moly. Come on, Death Wave, I need you now more than ever. Kill some of those 71 buggers. Where is it? There we go, thank God. 19 of our people died. Worker. I don't see any children there, which is good. So that's 19... How many was it? Well, it was a bunch of mouths we don't have to feed anymore. Lucky us. Ha, and a bunch of the amputees died as well. See, silver linings. You are going to have time to get back here, right? 8, yeah, you'll be fine. That early investment into scouts helped out big time. Even if I delayed on my my beacon, I made up for it by getting faster scout sleds quite swiftly. Not to mention getting second scouts quite swiftly. Okay, the generator can remain off until the big freeze. That allows me to stockpile coal, and that means I can focus on things that are not coal for a while. Oh man. Exciting. God, the economical output of 36 working children. It's amazing. What's not amazing is the storm on the horizon is going to kill my hope. Goodbye, hope. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Oh, can you hold on? Can the hope hold? Let's have a knee-slapping sermon. Oh, no, the hope immediately evaporated. Okay. Well, there is a sliver of blue that... No, they're not happy. They're very not happy, okay. Well, that's not good news for me now, is it? Another problem is a lot of people are going to die. Lots and lots of people are going to die. I might need evening prayers just to... Ah, shoot, they are going to die, aren't they? That's a problem. That's a big problem. Ah well, we'll figure it out. Don't want to be turfed out because of lack of hope, but it could easily happen. Discontent, I think, is easier to deal with, frankly. I shouldn't have hit the sermon as early as I did. I hoped to catch it before it fell too low. But when the storm comes, you should let it all play out, wait a bit, then do the sermon. Because hope functions differently from discontent. Discontent breathes. Hope does not so much. That's a crap explanation, but I'm too busy trying not to die here to think of a better one. Okay, in a few hours that coal will be dealt with. And I think it's 24-hour shift o'clock on the gathering post to get rid of that wooden yeah. And there is another job for kids to do there. And I should probably erect another gathering post here-ish. And that's just another place for children to work if I run out of places for them to work. Good point. I should have another sawmill. I'll put it there so it's still in range of that shrine. What are you moaning about now? Double rations for kids. Hope will rise. Working children will eat double rations, though. Not happy with that. Very not happy with that. But if I didn't boost hope, I might have gotten turfed out. I still might, so I need to deal with that. But the deaths... I'm going to have the generator on through the night so I don't get a death spike. But I need food if I'm not going to kill off people. I need a lot of food. Okay, once you guys are done with this, you are working in the cookhouse. The hothouse, rather. Maybe even a 24-hour shift, because Discontent is in a good place right now. 11 rations, Jake. I know. There's a lot of work to be done right now. In fact, I might even get to work on that right now. They're going to eat. That's bad. If they're too busy eating. I have an idea then. I'm going to pool 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those kids. There's still time to finish that off. I'm going to have them work here. Because for them to eat, they only need to make a short journey and then they'll get going. Those kids would have to go all the way down here. Ah, snap. They still want to eat, don't they? No. Yes, there. Back to work. Yeah, sawdust is 3 rations from 1 raw. Sawdust is very powerful. However, it still doesn't leave me with a lot of food, so I really need to get it pumped out of the hothouse, especially since I can't afford deaths right now. Oh man, I really cannot afford deaths right now. Well, at least we're dealing with the sick, somewhat. I have the House of Healing working at full capacity. Not happy with that. I'd rather have children not work there through the... Whoa, they're melting in there. Turn off that heater. Where else are people melting? I'm alright with that, honestly. Fewer sick kids means more economical output. Child crushed by a machine. Perfect, I was waiting for this. We will save the child. Or at least attempt to. The place shuts down for a short amount of time. That's fine, so I just pull the workers. And together with everybody that I can, tell them to work this hothouse, which will be functionally warm enough. I could even turn this on. It'll keep people a lot warmer, a lot fewer sick. And I need it on through the night anyway. Yep, I'm actually going to do that. I will, however, turn this on, slap down a 24-hour shift, and close and reopen the... snap. Wrong kids. Very wrong kids. That'll have to do. Should have made sure the other kids were working so they could take part in that. And anybody left over get to work there, although some will eat. I said no to eating, kiddos. There we go. Okay, maybe I should explain what I did there. There's an event that crushes a child in the sawmill. Not my problem, right? But it shuts the sawmill down. That's why I needed other places for the kids to go. But if they were to go and work in the cookhouse, they'd want to go and eat first, which is a long way to go. So instead, I made sure they were still assigned to a workplace, so I could pull 5 from here and make them work there. But I guffed it up a bit because I jigged it again in the middle. But that's entirely on me. All right. Steamy sawmills get. That's good. How considerable of you. The word is considerate. Moves, and I am very considerate. Now then, I can't afford to blow my steel right now, so I might even have to call Canny on the research. I'm going to go for things that don't cost steel, like Coal Thumper. Granted, I don't have the wood to even do this, but I have 80 emergency wood by way of these guys. I don't want to pull them, but if I desperately needed it to assemble a bridge, I could. And I want that bridge built during this storm, because of all the crises you can get, there are 3 I fear the most. One is rotting hothouse plants, because that's going to reduce the output of the hothouse enormously, my only source of food. The second is steam core seizing, for exactly the same reason. It would shut down the hothouse. But the third, the worst, is brittle steel. I already have steel austerity, and it'll add 30 steel or more to everything to build other than tents. So I'm not keen on getting that. It would be very bad. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. Now, go and work in the other potentially safer sawmill kids. Carrying resources, praying, going home. I'm sure they'll get that done soon enough. I can't even build this steelworks yet. It needs to be put here, but I need a bridge to get to it. And that should solve our steel problems for a while. Are there other crises in the game? Now that cut your prediction by... Yeah, well, 70%. Come on, that's baby numbers. I still need people to believe in me. That's a problem. I need to raise hope. I wanted to actually pass dueling law, because that would kill off people faster as well. But in the name of getting hope, I think I'll pass evening prayers soon. Unless my hope naturally goes up, but I don't think it will because we don't have people living next to the House of Prayer. So that's a problem. I can't pass that knee-slapping ceremony yet. Alright, really glad to see food coming in for once. Do I want another 24-hour shift, potentially on this sawmill? The answer is I don't have much of a choice, so we'll do it. Yeah, let's go. At least I have 36 kids to play with here. That's a godsend, that is. The child may or may not live out there, but at least we're trying to save them. Freezing! Oh, shoot! Discontent's not a problem. Okay, now it's a huge problem. And it's going to be a bigger problem when the frost hits. Ah, sheesh. Not to mention people don't have places to live. And I can't kill them off because I'm still trying to suss out my hope right now. Oh well. What else is going on? Tell me you saved the kid. I need that. Wait, did something happen? Oh, jeez, you are getting there in time, right? Ah, there we go. The injured child has died. Oh well, at least it didn't hit my hope. But it did hit my economical output. Wait, did it? We had 36 before. Now we still have 36. Oh well. Those scouts can make it. I believe in them. Oh, wait, how long for you to get home? 16 hours. Yeah, I'll make it. Come on. Even though the cold is approaching. Oh, 105 coal. I was expecting 50 or so steel, but that extra coal is very nice. It's more than a day worth of my... It's almost a day worth of my generator running. Right, the overdrive isn't very far down. Let's give people a toasty night tonight, even though I want them dead. And in 9 hours, I should be able to deal with the hope situation. Ah, look at that. That deals with discontent nicely. Although it's not a problem, because I'm not getting the ultimatum anyway. So they're only going to get this for a short while. Even though it's overcrowded, the House of Healing is... Ah, shoot, I didn't turn off that heater. Whoops. I was meant to do that ages ago. That cost me potentially a dozen coal. Some smarty pants is going to calculate how much it did cost me, even, I'm sure. Damn, all these sick. They could be dead instead, but I can't handle the hope loss yet. I will, though. Oh, trust me, I will. And I have a cunning plan for that. We can't look at people in the face. We've failed them. You've failed them, sir. I beg your pardon. You should have worked harder. Okay, last day before the big frost. We need to safeguard the rations. I cannot use the cookhouse in the storm, so I need to cook everything up today. Towards the end of the day, we'll get all the cooking done. Cooking is at least something that's pretty fast. Otherwise, oh, that wood economy is glorious. It's looking great. We failed them, Christ. It's like Monster Hunter. We did it, Pard! Yeah. Okay, let's solve our problems here. Cost 20 rations. Thankfully, I have those 20 rations. There we go. Hope restored. Close. Very close. Right, well then. I'm gonna need those rations back, you know. That shouldn't be paused as well. We do have spare hands, so get to work on that. Now I can afford people dying. In fact, it would be kind of good to have a lot of people die right about now. So we're going to turn off the generator for tonight, but I won't turn it off just yet. Or will I? It is keeping the hothouse functional. I need that hothouse functional. Yeah, it's worth it for now. What's up with you? Don't eat. Work. How about you? How hungry are you kids? Not hungry at all. Great. Make those sawdusty burgers for us all. one child is not working. How dare they? I mean, they're probably sick. They're definitely... What? They're not sick? Not too shabby. I guess they pulled sick from there. But that being what it is, I think it's more important that we churn out all that food. Jeez, one of those working kids is actually sick. The wood is not so important right now. I mean, it will be. I'm going to need that bridge. But for now, I need to focus food so I can survive the storm. I was hoping for the next Patrician 4 kind of marathon, says Damien Killjoy. Unfortunately, I don't actually think Port Royale's that good, so I'm going to be shelving that for a while. I hope that it can get good. Just need some bug fixes and quality of life, but I'm not seeing a decade worth of improvement. Patrician 4 is an old game, and I feel that in many ways Port Royale regressed from that. And that makes me really sad, because I wanted to delve deep into that game. Deeply and very greedily. Alright, this sick situation is the pits. But we gotta do what we gotta do. Okay, that's not enough food to survive the storm by a long shot. I'm gonna make those kids do something else for a while. Probably pluck this coal. Yeah, you can have some heating, I'm not a monster. Well, maybe not that much heating. And then what? The wood's coming in, coal's coming in, that steel will come in. I need the rest of this steel though. Damn it all. How much for that bridge again? 200 wood. We need to keep working on the wood. Does it make any difference giving the extra rations to kids? I have heard unconfirmed reports that it makes them less likely to get sick. I have no numbers with which to back that up. People seem to come to me as the authority about the game, but some things I just do not know, and that is one of them. This shrine I'm probably going to tear down for the steel as soon as this has been plucked, but it isn't plucked yet, so we'll get to that during the big storm. Oh wow, I said big storm and that cool music cuts in. Come on, we've got places to be, game. Let's keep on moving forward. Nay, backwards. It's really tempting to pull you back for your wood, just kill you and make some new ones. It will die after all, but they'll also take up space here as very sick people. It is unfortunate, but we gotta move forward. A lot of people will die tonight, though. I wish, though, that I could have ceremonial funerals right now, but it takes quite a while to pass that. At least the dueling law will deal with discontent for a while. Very rare that I use that. I don't like taking unnecessary deaths, but now the deaths are actually necessary, so they're a-okay. When did I start this 24-hour shift? How long do I have? There's not a lot more rations to churn out of these guys, and I do have 11 hungry people. It's got to be done. Pull a couple of you, work you there. You're going to eat, that's fine though. Okay, I have the steel. Let's build it, and build it now. Get that bridge assembled, you useless scrubs! Plenty of people to go and build it. There we go, going to build. Hopefully they'll die going out there and on the way back. It is of vital importance that the first bridge you build goes towards a source of steel. Otherwise, you will never have enough steel. If you want to know how that goes, check my... Oh, jeez. I already feel awful saying check my stuff. But regardless, it's a key point here. I did a run called Frostpunk Brexit. Very topical at the time. Where we built no bridges. Jesus, are those kids actually getting to work? Oh, they're building. Son of a gun, don't build! I need those rations made. Okay, this should make enough of them. Hopefully. Gotta see through the storm some way, somehow. So during that Brexit run, I built no bridges, meaning I had no access to infinite steel, no access to infinite wood, and no access to coal mining. So I had to coal thump and rely on my scouts, getting those wacky trade deals out in the big EU Frostlands. Suffice to say, it didn't go well, at all. A lot of people, well, they didn't die, but they certainly lost the functionality of their limbs. Okay, that's bad, that's bad. I'm 33 rations short. Well, 128 is going to have to do us through the storm. Oh, this is going to be real bad. Okay, off goes the Jenny just to keep the things going bad. Hold on. Hold on. I need the generator on for House of Healing to function. Oh well. People are gonna die, I guess. Ain't that crap. Right, get to work. 24-hour shift, you ask? No, because discontent's gonna go through the roof. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've already got the effects of 4 emergency shifts going. Can't afford more. I think I want you done with this first so I can disassemble it and do that faster. Lack of homes stirs anger. 1 day to provide shelter for 47 people. That's actually a good way to keep a promise. Do I have 47 wood? I do. Yep. I don't like that very much. I don't like that at all. Because there's a lot of road that I need to build here. 4 wood worth of road. Not even sure I want to keep that in the long term. No, we can do this differently. I mean, that's also 4 wood, but this feels like more of a place that I could erect a steam hub down the line. There you go. Enjoy, folks. Wait, don't we need people to die? Yes, we do. So I'm turning off the generator to kill some people tonight. Hopefully a lot of these 52 homeless people die. Oh, you lazy buggers. You were just about done with the coal thumper and you gave up the ghost. Okay. We should get a death wave tonight. We'll probably also get another... No, we won't get a... we won't get an amputee wave, thank God. Amputees are very useless. United by faith. Okay. This might be survivable, but I need this to go away. I need people to die. But when the big storm hits, that Jenny needs to go back on, sadly. Shelter promise fulfilled. However, they're not allowed to live in these shelters. That's not how it works. They're all going to be turned off. And then they're all going to be turned on such that the children, the children, the children, and the children, and the last child get to live, but the rest are going to die. And I can double check to make sure all the children have a home. This is probably the most micro-intensive run I've ever done, and Utopia was micro to the hilt. I'm missing 10 of them. That's you. Great, they all have homes. The children won't freeze to death, and even if the engineers do, we have a surplus of those. Whew. Alright, so... there we go. 14 deaths through the night. Massive hope crush, but we dealt with the ultimatum. Now that's why I could not afford to have the people die 24 hours ago. That's why I kept the generator on through the night. I wanted them dead, so they would stop eating my rations. However, if they died, hope would have gone down that much, and the ultimatum would have kicked me out of the city. That would be game over. So let's be very glad that didn't happen. And I'll actually give them their tents back for now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Reason being that I need them dead. I don't need them sick. Sick is actually much worse than dead. Because if they're sick, they chew up this, and they potentially make children wait longer. Now, I do not want children being sick. I need those. They're my workforce. Now, a nice trick is that workers of a medical center never get sick. So, they're safe for now. I have a feeling that maybe I'm misinterpreting the game. Maybe they do get sick, but their sickness is passed on to another child that works elsewhere. To test it, I think you'd need to have a workforce that only works in medical care and see what happens. But I don't test things in this game. I just kill and keep moving. Speaking of killing, that Jenny's got to go back on right now because the storm's about to come in and kill us all. Jesus. Right, what do we do now? I'm so short on wood, it's unreal. You've already had your 24-hour shift, but you have not. You must save the day. In go the kids, on goes the emergency shift. Burial, burying the dead, in treatment. Yes, we all have problems. Learn to cope with the situation at hand. Feckless child. Get to work. There we go. Now most of them are just burying the dead, and that's fine. But Jake, why is it fine that they bury the dead? Well, because I can tell them stop burying the dead and get back to work. There we go. 86 citizens are buried there, and I'm sure there are plenty lining the streets that are not buried. I can see their frozen little corpses there. Ah, sucks to be them. Okay, House of Healing is barely functional, but barely is functional enough. I already see some bad news right now. When we come out of the storm, it's going to be minus 60. I don't like minus 60. It's pretty bloody cold. Okay, keep it moving, folks. Jake, I've had engineers getting sick in the medical post more than once. Perhaps they got sick because their homes were not heated. Burying the dead? No. In treatment? Fair. Yes, fair. Alright, we got the the regular coal thumper rather. Steamy coal thumper would be more efficient, and I will need coal eventually. But it costs materials that I don't have to research that. Bummer. Well then, what else can we do? Bunkhouses are tempting, but will annihilate my steel. Medical post upgrade, probably. I'll need 10 steel for it, which I don't have. But if I get that, then I will be able to go for House of Healing Insulation, which will keep it running better, for lack of a better word. The next storm will be minus 80. It'll keep it running through that. Let's call it that then. Once you're done with this, I can dismantle you. Once you guys actually get to bloody work, we'll have some of that steel that I need. Unless I want to dismantle something to get steel badly. Sucks. I might just dismantle you, honestly. Immediately get that steel. I hate wasting research time. Oh, speaking of steel. Speaking of steel. We're relatively saved. We can have our steelworks, except it costs 15 steel to build. I very suddenly need a lot of steel, which I don't have. Research first, then we build. Hate having my workshop guys not researching, but without that steel we are scuppered. Somebody died? Okay, worker, that's fine. That's very fine, in fact. Screw it, I need that steel, right? Listen up. Get to work. 2 per hour is not a lot. Not a lot at all. There's the steel. Great, now. I'm not going to have the steel in time for this. What do I do? 2 per hour for how many hours? And how much do I need? Steamy Steelworks is 15 steel. 15 steel, 8 hours left of the workday. 8 times 2 is 6. 18. So we might be okay. But to make sure we're super okay, you guys get to work on this. Burying the dead. Common theme around here, little hands, but get to real work. At a burial? No, at work. Stupid kids. Now I need to keep the kids actually warm at their workplaces, or else they too will fall prey to needing amputations. They may fall prey to that anyway, though. What with the whole freezing homes, which can cause amputations even while they're at work. It's just the way it goes, I'm afraid. Now, I want them to finish grabbing all this coal so I can disassemble this gathering post for 4 additional steel, just to give me the leeway to build my Steamy Steelworks. Steam Steelworks is an enormous milestone. You finally have access to a reasonable amount of steel. We only started with like 3, maybe 4 steel piles here, and once those are gone, it's all gone. Okay, somebody else got amputated. Wasn't a child. It's the only amputation I care about. As long as it's not a child. I have to make a decision tonight, and this is a big Bob Ross level decision. I could turn off the generator and kill a lot of people tonight. Or I could keep it operational. I don't even know if it will actually kill people, but I do know that it's going to stop the House of Healing from working. And if there are gravely ill children, and there are, they might die. In fact, some of them are actively going to treatment. Go faster. Great, this is done. Disassemble. The kids can do it. They're nearby, and since we have all work law passed for kids, they will get to it. There we go. Disassembling's really fast as well. Now that I'm drunk enough, says Veloslazar, I want to thank Jake and chat for helping me with practicing my English. It has improved quite a bit during my stay. I dread to think of people learning English from listening to me. Even amongst my my compatriots here in the UK, I speak very strangely. I love this tune that's playing right now. What's it even called? The Still Cold World bonus track from getting the OST for the game, which, if you're listening 11-bit, for the love of God, update it! If people have bought your OST, it means they're willing to go the extra mile for the game. Meet them halfway and actually update the OST. Okay, people are going to build. What did I even set down for them to build? Probably this. No children building, only adults. Go. Oh, they might be, Ah, crumbs, those kids are in a bad state. But I don't want to heat them up. They're not even worth it. There you go, kiddos. Right. What are we thinking? The overdrive isn't on. Let's turn it on so at least some of our people aren't freezing to death. Joke's on them. They will, of course, freeze to death. Okay, I'm amazed at how good the coal situation is right now. Utterly flabbergasted. A well-placed 24-hour shift on the coal has worked wonders. Let's demolish this shrine so I have a bit of steel surplus. I forget how much healthcare insulation costs, but I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest that it's 20 steel that I don't have. These buggers are grabbing that steel for me, and I really think I'm going to emergency shift them so I can get the rest of that steel. I know it's incredibly cruel for the wee tykes, but, you know, it's that kind of world we live in. Praying, treatment, more praying. In that case, I shall... Oh god, he's horrifically ill. I might lose a child tonight. Obviously, that's bad. However, it might be worth it to kill a bunch of adults. Might be worth it. Where am I going to put you? I think I'll slam you over there. Get rid of that coal. We have plenty of space for coal. No, no, coal is good. Wood is not. Get the wood, if you feel good enough for it. Now, like I say, huge decision. A lot of children are counting on me right now. Oh, look at all those horribly sick children looking at me saying, please don't kill us. Ceremonial funerals will save my hope in a big way. Costs a lot of time though. No, I think I can save that time. Dueling law is really nice, but let's try and save our hope for a bit. Seems like this run's only possible if you go faith and not order. Absolutely. Order? You wouldn't even be able to man the order things, because they would need non-children. And you'd have no way of healing without the House of Healing. So yeah, this is definitely a faith run. Don't even say, oh, do it again, but with order. Not going to bloody happen. You want it that badly? You do it. Right, let's keep the generator on until... Oh, fun times. Why are they so angry? Oh, might be that 24-hour shift I told them to do. Our dead deserve no less. Oh, dearie me. Well, at least we could have fewer dead, please. Oh, a child. What are you doing? Don't go to work, you idiot! Is it because this is a 24-hour shift? It is. It so is. Get healed up. Daft child. There, they're on their way. Good. That said, I am very tempted to turn this off. Okay, first things first, let's have the big triage of our living facilities. This will make people unhappy, but when does it not? And then turn these on so they get the children. Engineers are fine, we need 5 of those anyway. Children, children, children. No children, no help. But now I need to turn the generator off. Sorry kids, don't die on me. This is to kill those pesky adults, don't you know? They want you to do double homework. You hear me? Double homework. Whoa, 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 whoa. I thought I saw a lot of not children there. I think that's because the kids here... No? No? Do all the kids have a home? Or did I just miscount? Oh, those kids don't have homes. That's right, the horribly sick ones don't get homes anymore. Probably because they're horribly sick. If I turn this on, will they get a home? No. Oh, well that's a triage that I do not like. Let's take the risk anyway. Child labor only? Are you killing adults? Slowly but surely. Still 36 kids. Hopefully the death wave doesn't include them, and hopefully the generator turning off counts as it being off for the purpose of killing. If there's no death wave by 5 in the morning, I'm turning that Jenny back on and getting people back to the House of Healing. Where's that sick wave? Death wave? Oh jeez, it must count as on if it's shutting down. Oh, that's tragic. That's really tragic. I lost out in both ways. Oh man, I lost out big time there. Big, big bad time. Oocha. Well, this is, it's bad. Stop burying the dead and start seeing to the living. Oocha. All I did was get, oh my god. That's a sick wave. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why the heck did I click that? What was I trying to click? I'm trying to click that. Tons of sick, many sick children. Many, many, many sick. Can't help but notice the food situation is extremely dire. Well, killing a lot of people was meant to fix that. Evidently it did not. Now sadly I can't kick out the non-children here. Which means I have a lot of sick kids that actually have to work right now. Oh well, it just sucks to be them now, doesn't it? Now, Steamy Steelworks is pretty good because it's well insulated. Very well insulated, in fact. And since the wood situation looks borderline good, I'm actually going to take all these guys who are working, amazingly, and make them work over there. Once they get the last of that wood, I think I'll shove them over to the Steamy Steel Mill. Corpse popsicles looking mighty tasty. Don't I know it? Stop burying the dead and start working. On the plus side, it's pretty fast for dealing with sick. On the downside, many of them are double sick, so they'll take a long time to fix. 2 days. I really shot myself in the leg there by turning off the generator. Thought I had it covered, but I did not. Well, now we know, if we want the sick through the night, we need to shut off the generator earlier. Which is fine when it's not minus 70. If it's minus 60 or warmer, then the House of Healing can still work without the generator. I should have just waited a day. This cost me heavily. But, you know. You live and you learn. Except for a lot of these guys, they don't live. But maybe they do learn. Some of you are in treatment, that's fine. I will actually find somewhere that's not working 24-hour shift. Pull the... working. Well, that's not good enough. I'm going to pull you. And you, because you guys are actually not dying. And shove you in here. Oh god, you have plenty of sick people that are just going to work anyway. That's going to be bad. Very bad, actually. No, no, I won't have sick people going over here. The reason being that when they have a space freed up in the hospital, they'll actually not have to make that massive trip over there. Okay, pretty much all of my kids are sick. You're not though, you're just hungry. Learn the difference. There, it's as good as I can do. Anybody else that I add is going to be sick, aren't they? Yep, not having that. Not having sick people all the way down there. Go and work in this definitely safe sawmill, please. They can't work in the hothouse because the storm is here. The storm disables hothouse work and hunting. Time to send the scouts back out. You can't do scouting during the storm either. I had food once. Where did it all go? I think we're going to be faced with starvation deaths tonight, which is fine as long as it's not children, but starvation doesn't care who it's starving. Man, I could have had those extra rations if I'd gotten to work on it earlier. More gravely ill, just what we didn't need. Double rations, Jake. Oh yeah. Those working kids are eating all my blessed rations. Alright, let's have some super warmth for now. Hey, we got the medical post upgrade. That means we can get healthcare insulation. Whew, as long as many of my kids can survive this, we'll be okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. 4 prohibited children, because they're all amputees. Wow. That's awful. That is mega awful. Oh well. Do I even have people that can still work in here? Uh-oh, a lot of my healthy children are starving to death. Alright, well, I'm going to take one of you and slam you over here. This is bad. It's incredibly bad. People are eating raw food. Well, we're just about out of that. People are hungry. Ain't that a shame? 3 days. I'm sure I can feed everyone in 3 days. That's a notorious promise. It bugs out all the time. People don't want to eat that food, and then you're like, 47 out of 50 people are fed. You failed us. Which can be quite mortifying. Almost as mortifying as that 115% discontent I'm smoking right now. And I don't have the rations to do an evening prayer. I'm running out of time to get their trust back in me. I'm really running out of time. Overcrowded. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Right, dare I say it? I think I'm going to erect another house of healing. Although that's only good if I have children that are well enough to run it. Which I don't, by the way. The children are all dying. Well, I might have enough people to run it. If these kids don't all die, well, many of them are dying. Dying horribly, I'm afraid. Right, well then. Shame I burned down that shrine as well. There we go. It's going to be a really rough time through this, but I need to fix up my dying children. Big problem is a lot of these sick are not children, and I want them dead. I want them dead, not sick. There, the erection of this will allow me to pull these kids, tell them to get over there, and tell them to treat some more of the horribly sick. It's too cold. Well, it'll be fine in about an hour or so. Okay, another problem. We need food. We can now make food, but not if we're also going to treat the sick. Okay, here's an idea. We let the sick die. No, that lets the children die, and I need children. Drat. Let's get a stock on our sick, shall we? It might be that since the children get to work in not completely freezing conditions, they're a bit less sick than everybody else. Oh god, I still have some over here. Oh, not all sick. Okay, we need to really do a stock take on our sick. First though, the scouts are heading out. They might also be sick, but at least they can still function. Go and check those, at least they have stuff in them. Oh, we're almost out of coal as well, because we didn't have enough problems. This is going off, this is going completely off. The hothouse will not be able to function like this though, even with the heater on. So we will face starvation really badly. It's only one day of horrific starvation. But many of the starving are kids, what with their double rations and all. Maybe they get hungry faster than everybody else because of the double rations thing. Look at all those bloody workers that aren't getting hungry. Didn't consider that now, did we? Okay, how do we solve our problems? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if I don't see to the kids, they're just going to get more ill. Difficult. Society hasn't completely collapsed here yet, but it's getting there. Question is, which problem do I solve first? Because the food problem is enormous. That's a full day of working on food, and I don't have people to work that. However, the upside is I can actually have people working whilst they're sick if the hospitals are closed right now. And I'll save a bit of coal on that as well. Oh yeah, but this won't work without without this working. Okay, how about that then? We'll have you on, and we'll have you working. But to make up for the lack of coal, we're going to pluck coal with you guys. That'll do us good on that front. And then we shall have 2 people. Probably just need 1 person actually making rations out of the stuff that comes out of the hothouse. And then with the rest of the kids, what could they work on? Resource generation, House of Healing. If they work the House of Healing, they're just going to take the sick people there. I think we'll get the sick dealt with through the night in both of these places. So the best thing that they could honestly do is generate us some more wood. Or even steel. No, they would die on the way back from there. I'll take wood then. 1 person left over. Just freeze yourself there. Oh, crikey. My cookhouse can't operate in -60. We will have starvation. That entire plan just fell through. Man, wasn't somebody earlier saying cookhouse insulation? Looks like I was the fool. Uh-oh. Big problem. Can't fulfill this without rations. I need a law or something that will make people love me. Or I need a lot of people to die, but okay, there goes the coal income. There really goes the coal income. Okay. Can anything save us here? Food rations are needed for that. Dueling law will reduce discontent. Triage. I don't have the hope to manage that. Can't get to Faith Keepers. Alright, gonna have to hope that there's a duel to reduce discontent. Cold at home, hungry, freezing. I think this is it. I can't manage this discontent. The medical facilities are still going to be overcrowded. We'll still have sick. And we're just about out of coal because we can't have that. Field kitchens I couldn't operate because there are no rations with which to operate them. Oof. Man, this looks like it. Can anyone get Fan of Gaming, see if he's ready to rock and roll? I had hoped I'd survive a bit longer than this. But I ain't surviving. No, I see the writing on the wall. Out of coal. And that means all the medical facilities shut down as well. Okay, well, unfortunately, I've been defeated by this challenge, and I'm not happy with that. I think this is doable. How could I make it doable, though? That time when I shut off my House of Healing to try and kill people, that killed me, because I didn't deal with the sick that night. I got a much bigger sick wave. It would have been great if I'd actually killed the people through the night, but I didn't. So I need to not do that in the middle of a storm. If I hadn't done that, I think this would have been Gucci, because then I'd still have children to work the House of Healing. Maybe I should have had more food, since I knew that the temperature would only go to -60, but I did not even consider the cookhouse problem. Information to use to make another successful run of this, but that will be for the future. The early discontent ultimatum didn't help either. The very first one? Nah, that was no problem. Okay, it forced me to do some things a bit differently, but that's how it goes. Perhaps on a different map. More sick beds are needed. I'll open a new House of Healing. I wouldn't be able to open it fast enough. Also, I can't open it. There's no coal with which to open it. Okay, well, that's me turfed out. However, it's not really my time that has come, it is yours, because by turning up for this Frostpunk challenge run, you've actually fallen into my dastardly trap. You see, tonight is the beginning of a first for this channel, and perhaps even for the world. We are about to embark on a terrifying journey for the next 2 weeks, where we play every single Nancy Drew game for the PC back to back. There are a whole bunch of people ready to rock and roll, each with their own Nancy Drew game, and we're going to be headlining with Fan of Gaming himself. We'll be heading over to host his channel momentarily. Once Fan of Gaming's done with their game, they'll put it down, and then the next person will pick up their game, and so on and so forth until we have dealt with all of them. There are 33 Nancy Drew games on the PC. Well, 33 mainline ones here. I've already done 3 of them, so the other 30 will be taken care of. So, hopefully without further ado, Fan of Gaming is ready, and we shall not seamlessly transition over.